Not much, Jay. Just a loaded card today. I'm still trying to get my bearings straight. It's been these Friday, Saturdays, even though the Friday cards are light, it's the day of work on Friday carrying into Saturday. Man, we got one more heavy duty ones of these, and that's it. Next week will definitely be a lot lighter than this week, but still, still a lot of work to be done. So I'm excited for this upcoming week. Conference tournaments start, and by this time next week, we'll have a lot of teams that are officially in the big dance.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Ruffalo, what's happening?
Yeah, not much. Yeah, I gotta say, I agree. One big college hoops Saturday left after this, and then all of a sudden it's going to be Selection Sunday, I believe, the following weekend. So it sneaks up on you fast, but it's kind of like I don't know what I'm going to do with myself on Friday night once these big college hoops cards go away.
Well, it won't be taken prisoners. We cleared that out.
Yeah.
Actually, I can't believe people in the comments were like trying to explain it to me. What you were talking about? It's like, I don't know, man.
Brian B, what's happening, my man?
I'm a little moody today after my 0-2 NBA 1-0 college basketball day, but loaded card on Saturday. Lots of opportunities out there, so ready to get back on the horse.
Yep. Me and you both. Costi, what's happening, my man?
Money making Saturday. I love this time of the year. College baseball's in full swing. I know people aren't looking at it particularly right now, but my man Chris Ruffalo up there took advantage yesterday. Absolutely killed it. So it's not just about college basketball. I know it is right now, and everybody's excited because we're in the height of the season for March Madness, but got to be diversified if you want to make money in this business and take edges anywhere they come from.
I'm with you. I just kind of threw my order off there for a second. Rod, what's happening?
Hey, a few winning days heading into the weekend. I'm excited. It's March Madness. College hoops have been rolling right along for me, so I'm excited.
March what? Madness.
March Madness.
March Madness.
So people gonna be mad.
Man.
I think the little heavy Canadian accent kind of came in there a little bit too madness.
Madness.
Tony T, what's happening, man?
So many good teams can win it. It's like I don't see a clear-cut winner who's gonna just take it all away, and definitely not Perdon't.
I'm gonna win.
Yep,
I'm gonna win too. Yes,
I'm gonna win.
Yep. It's wide open, and again, it's even a challenge to figure out who could be that Cinderella from that small conference, right? We'll see, but I'm interested to see if that Gonzaga St. Mary's has piqued my interest for tonight, and also too that short line on the Lakers at home against Denver. That should be an interesting game tonight to see that Laker Nuggets. We know the Nuggets aren't the same team offensively on the road, and we know they've had their issues on the road. But since the All-Star break, the Nuggets seem to have kicked into gear. And speaking of kicking in gear, a couple of teams that have kicked into gear since the All-Star break. The Bucks, which Jay and I teased about the drive-through about them covering every game after the All-Star break. I don't think I followed by that advice, but we've seen them do that.
Me either. Me either, Tony T. It happens. Big Al McMorty, hottest man on the planet, or should I say. What's happening?
Oh, not much. Just working like all you guys. That's all. How you doing, Jay?
Doing good. I'm trying to do better. Yesterday, I got my teeth kicked in.
Who'd you use yesterday?
I haven't really had one of those days in quite some time. I had my top play. Everybody knows. I hate when I do it. I had to do it. I had my Mavs. Hey, I think it's safe to say, Big Al, our futures ticket looks really good. How about that?
Well, yeah. For those who don't know, Jay and
I'm betting the other side strongly against that. I'm going to bet that they don't even make the finals, man. Not even close. It's like, what a joke, man. Just take some team that can't win shit because they beat the Mavericks. You got to be kidding me, man. You got to be kidding me. I'm gonna bust them up again, man. I'm gonna bust them up. They should get the excuse train out right now. I hurt my ankle. You're gonna bust them up. Rolling, man. Rolling at the right time. Gonna club them right over the head, man. Oh, they won't beat the Bucks. 4-1, baby. Out of town. Oh my God. Oh, our future ticket looks good in frickin' March. Yeah. That's when the Celtics look good, in March. It's Tatum time. March. Anyways. All right, you guys go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry.
It's heat time, right? In March. Heat time.
No, well, it's Tatum time. This is when Jason Tatum's peeking out, man. Oh, what a great player.
Walter's excited.
Yeah, I got to go take care of Walter, so I'll be back in a few minutes. So sorry about that.
I was like, maybe Mitch will change the subject from Tatum.
Speaking of that subject, let's talk to our expert, Jovan. What's happening?
Jovan's a homer, man. He was Tatuming it up all year already.
Hey, what you want to know about my Celtics?
Are they gonna get it done, man? Are they gonna get it done?
No chance, man.
Yeah, I mean they should come out the East. You know, I mean
they should, but they never do, and that's the difference. Except for the 1 year that Steph Curry was doing this shit all day. I mean,
other years, you know.
I'll show you the replay.
It's been yeah. Yeah, I mean,
we saw
oh my God.
Only 20% of them fell. So if those threes went in, we would have won. They already got a look with this excuse.
I'll show you the replay one more time of Game 6.
Is that how you sleep?
Yeah, that was a couple years. That was a couple years ago when you had Marcus Smart on the team, Grant Williams on the team. It's a whole different ball game when you got
that 3-4 homestand last time out was super inspiring.
I don't care about that against the spread stuff. If you're talking about just
straight up
and win,
4-3, right? 4-3 straight up.
They're on a 10-game winning streak. That's all I know.
Yeah, look against, I mean, this is their time. This is when they've done it over the last 5 years, man. The Tatum era. This is when they've done it.
I mean, listen, those other years, they had other teams that were equal to them.
The play-in team last year was equal to them.
Who? You talking about the
play-in team? The 8th seed.
We already know what happened. They beat the Bucks, the number 1 seed. They beat the Celtics, the number 2 seed. I mean, it is what
and they have a better team this year than they had last year. A lot better.
Who does? The Heat?
The Heat have a lot better team. They've been injured all season.
The Heat has the same team. They had the same cast of characters.
The same team except for Terry Rozier and healthy Harrow playing.
Scary Terry, he's gonna be injured. Trust me on that one. And he's gonna if he is
Porzingis isn't. And Porzingis isn't.
Hey,
so Rozier's gonna be injured, but Porzingis is going the distance.
Hey, you'll like this comparison. Porzingis is the 86 Bill Walton. He's the 86 Bill Walton.
No, he's not. He's the 2004 Andrew Bynum, man, is what he is. Whoa. This guy. It's like he is, man. This guy is Andrew Bynum, man.
Hey, Porzingis is going to go the distance this year. I don't know about next year. This year,
let's just get players with built-in excuses built into them. That's what the strategy has gone to. Oh, it's Peyton Pritchard's going to go off on us. What bullshit.
I put my money Porzingis doesn't make it through the first round.
I'll bankroll you on that one.
We got some time till we get there, man. But I think as of right now, today, man, there's not a team in the NBA that looks remotely close to what the Celtics.
The Nuggets are gonna, if they make it to play the Nuggets, they will get swept. I'll bet you that right now. If they play the Nuggets in the final, they will get swept.
That's not.
Now the Heat
will get swept.
If they face them. The Heat will get swept if they face them, but that's them.
The Heat won a game against the Nuggets last year with all the injuries. They still won a game.
One game. It was a comeback fourth quarter game where they just caught fire. Else it would have been.
It doesn't count.
Oh, of course it counts. They won.
I mean, it counts. How about Game 7 when Jason Tatum had 14 points, and losing by 30 at home as a
And he had a
7-point favorite?
he had a built-in excuse. The first minute of the game, he went
a
down with an
built-in
ankle injury.
excuse. And a built-in excuse. He walked out of the locker room. That was his built-in excuse.
Now Jaylen Brown, that's the one you hold your feet to the fire, because he was supposed to step up and he absolutely didn't.
But he stepped up to the plate during contract negotiations and all that. That's all that matters.
Hey, that's how it is in the NBA. The performance on the court doesn't equate to not getting that big contract. They're gonna get this.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will. We got plenty of time to talk about them Celtics, man. Got a lot of time left on our hands. Other than that, Jovan, what's happening?
Pretty positive day yesterday. Just looking to keep it going.
Let's keep it rolling then on a money-making Saturday. Alex, what's happening, my man? Quick thing. Do you think you could flip your phone so it'd be sideways? And then, but before you do that, how you doing?
Celtics got Middleton. They didn't get Middleton. He would not play for that sorry-ass sack of crap. He is way too tough to play on that soft-ass team. He would never play for those guys.
His team is soft too, though, so that's all good. What's happening, Alex?
All right, I guess I've got it all
myself
myself all mixed up today with my phone, so I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that. Is this all right for now?
It's cool.
No?
How you doing?
Doing good. Except yesterday, with all due respect to our clients, it was, after a nice long winning streak on most nights, I think that was my only second really bad night in probably a month and a half. And, mathematics sort of catches up with you from time to time. Doesn't matter how many edges you sort of always have on your side, just randomness can sort of just attack you at the worst possible time. So last night, with all due respect to our clients, though, my apologies on a bad night. And I'm not laughing at us. I'm just like I like to say, my blood is as cold as ice after all these years in this business. And all I know is I'm going to come back and always do. Looking at the whole board, looking at all the edges we have today, there are some edges, really odd time of year not an odd time. The word is odds. And you have to be very careful with the lines makers at this time of year. And you just have to look for your edges constantly. This is, a weekend where a lot of upsets happen, and you just have to be wide awake. And that comes also from the NBA. NHL starts in also at this time of year with a lot of upsets, a lot of underdog edges that you have to pay attention to. And, that's what we're looking at.
That's what we're looking at, man. We got a huge college hoops card today, fellas. We got 5 NBA. And then how many hockey we got today? I can look over there today, I'll be honest.
13, I believe.
Oh, shit.
13.
Oh, shit.
That's my hockey segment. That's what I do every time.
My Stars are minus 500 favorites today. Oh, my God. Is that the biggest spread in hockey all season?
I think it might be the Leafs might have been up there at one point.
No, I think there was like a 520 once.
Oh my God!
Ruflo's checking his tickets. He's like, "Oh yeah."
No, back when the Sharks were giving up 10 goals.
Yeah,
early.
I think it was the Leafs and Sharks or something like that. It was Leafs and somebody.
Sorry, Jay. Can you look for me in the backstage now? I went to another monitor. I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, we see you.
You see me in the other one? The other.
Yep. Huh? It's weird because I see you on one, and then I see you on a different one.
Okay, let me close one.
Well, that was easy. Now he's gone.
Bring him back in a second. All right, let's talk some college hoops, fellas. Let's talk some college hoops. Money making Saturday. Let's start noon. And let's go through 1. Let's make it easy. It's not a huge slot, but some good games in there that I think we should talk about. So noon through 1. Mitch.
I really like this. I really like this slot. I have a lot of premiums in this slot, but one of the games that I did not put a premium on, but I did a free pick video, is Baylor versus Kansas. In the video, I really like Baylor, but the line was lower then, and now that the line's in this 5.5 range, I got to go with Kansas. I think anything 5 or more, Kansas all the way in this thing. I think Baylor is the type of team that could win the whole thing this year. I think they can go with UConn. They're 11 deep off the bench. I think that Hunter Dickinson is a perfect fit with the Celtics, just another overrated stiff. And I think that, he fits perfectly in with a team like that. But I think at the same time, this Kansas team has other guys who kind of elevate him and make it so he doesn't have to touch the ball too much or do that much. And he just has to stand there and be a big doofus in the middle and kind of cause some havoc on the defensive end. But I still think that that's not enough to beat Baylor. I think Baylor gets the win. I think that Kansas gets the cover at this number. I think the number's just gotten away. And I think that's the part of the problem here. If you're playing this game and you see it at 5.5, at least buy the hook and get it down at 5, because that's probably the right number.
Buffalo.
Well, I've said it before. I'll say it again. The sure things in life, death, taxes, and DePaul getting destroyed in the Big East. We saw them last time out against Xavier. Xavier came in on a losing streak. They were at home, but it doesn't really matter. I think this is another team that can use this as a get-right spot. Butler's struggled. They've lost 4 straight coming into this one, but of the 17 losses that DePaul's taken in conference, 12 have come by 20+. So I think this is another spot where you just see a team use DePaul to get right back, and I think that's what Butler does here. So give me Butler laying the points on the road.
Right.
Well, for me on the early slot, and the early slot's always rough on me. If I go too heavy on it, I usually get killed. But as far as free picks go, I'm going to lean towards DePaul here. I know what Chris is saying here, but Butler, that's a lot of points for them to cover a team that I think is on a 6 or 7 straight non-cover streak. And then on the one more play early on, I like Mitch's favorite team, the Florida Gators, plus the 1.5. It looks too easy to me to take South Carolina, a team that's 13-2 straight up at home, and a respectable ATS mark here. Gators.
They've been this type. This is the treatment they've gotten all year. South Carolina.
What worries me about Florida
last week. I mean, what a joke that was. I mean, the game last week where they were dog, was it during the week or A&M when they played A&M? I mean, what a pathetic joke that was. They were up by double digits the entire game, and the line was moving away from them. It opened at 3.5. It went 5.5. I mean, look at all the sharp chasing stiffs that just got crushed on that bitch. I mean, South Carolina's done that all season long.
What worries me about Florida Gators is they can't hit the free throw. I think they're about a 67% team from the line, and that worries me late in the game. But
look at South Carolina, Brian. Look at the spreads on South Carolina games all season long. This team wasn't ranked until 3 weeks ago. They had beaten Tennessee. They'd beaten everybody, and they weren't even ranked until 3 weeks ago. They got like 4 losses the whole season. It's like they were like dogs at Ole Miss, dogs against everybody. It's like,
yeah, they got me last week against Texas A&M. I thought Texas A&M would wipe the floor with them, but that
you don't know. Then you know nothing. Then it's like you have had a great college basketball season, but man, I don't even understand the pick. It's like Texas A&M.
Which one, Texas A&M or Florida Gators?
Texas A&M shoots 50% from the free throw line. You're not gonna beat a ranked team doing that.
That really bites you in the ass when your team needs to cover a 4.5, 5 spread late in the game.
I mean, because your college basketball has been off the chain, but I don't understand how you get to Texas A&M against South Carolina. I don't even see it.
Because the line doesn't make sense to me. And Texas A&M at home over the years has always been a tough out on their home court. That was a must-win game.
Not this year. They haven't been. They had lost 5 in a row going into that thing.
They came up short, and it was a bad loss for sure.
They didn't come up short. They got crushed. They ended up on a buzzer-beating basket because they made every cheap call to get Texas A&M back in the game because it was on TV. They wanted to make it interesting, and everyone was tuning out. It was a bad game. I've seen a lot of bad officiated games this year. Well, every year. I don't know. I think South Carolina is a weird team that just doesn't get any kind of special treatment at all by the odds makers. Look at the lines on their games. They've all been ridiculous. I mean, it's not just this one. I mean, it's unbelievable that they're favored in this one, the way that they've been treated. 4-point dogs against Ole Miss. They beat them by 13. 12-point dogs against Auburn. They got blown out. 1.5-point dogs against Georgia. 14-point dogs against Tennessee. Won outright. 5-point dogs against Kentucky. Beat them by 17. They have been gotten this treatment all year long. It's not just this game that the line looks funny. The South Carolina lines have been screwed up all season long. It's like this is the team that gets the least respect of anybody.
Fair enough.
I hate the
Rock
Gators.
Wax.
Hate them.
What you like here in the slot, my man?
What I like in this slot, I like a little bit of a revenge here. I'm gonna go with Georgia Tech at home here against Florida State. You look, both these teams not playing great hoops. You look, Florida State 4 wins in their last 10 games. Georgia Tech 3 wins in their last 10 games. Both teams over that stretch have beat up on Syracuse. You look, Georgia Tech also beat up on the Tar Heels and got a nice win against Miami. And on the other side of the ball, well, you look at Florida State, and if they get to play Boston College again, they'll be a little more excited. They get to beat them twice in that 10-game stretch. Both teams throw the free throw very well. Florida got the win earlier. As I said, revenge here, 82-71 on their home court. I think Georgia Tech here comes to hoop. And I don't know if they win it outright, but they keep it close. I think Georgia Tech plus the 3.5, the revenge spot at home.
Tony T.
All right, I'm going to take Providence at home against Villanova, laying the 2.5. I respect Providence beating at Creighton and Marquette at home. Villanova has really struggled on the road, dropping 5 of 6 away from home. And problem with the Villanovas, they just don't shoot the ball very well when you get them off their home court, just 41%. And Friars at home shoot and defending. We'll take Providence in this one.
Big Al McMorty. Give us some fire, man. Give us some fire.
So what time period are we looking at here?
I forgot you were gone. We are noon Eastern through 1 Eastern. Just first little slide of the day.
Oh, sure. I'm going to look at the Wisconsin Badgers. Illinois has a 750 win percentage in Wisconsin when they play with revenge against opponents with a 750 or better win percentage when Wisconsin's at home. Their record's 57-21 ATS with 2 pushes. So I'll take Wisconsin minus the points.
Wisconsin. Costi, what you got for me here in the slot?
It's, by the time you get to me, I feel like everybody gave an analysis on the game that I love, which is South Carolina. Mitch gave every point that I was going to discuss. So listen to Mitch.
You could say it again. I got it.
Disrespected team. Only laying 1.5, played really well at home. They've been disrespected with all their lines all year. And Florida doesn't hit free throws, which means they're not going to be able to close games. I just love South Carolina in this spot. I mean, they're proven to win on the road of late and at home. And I like teams that are going into conference tournament play that are extremely hot. Not saying that Florida is not hot either. They're both 8-2 in their last 10. But I've been watching the South Carolina team all year. And that Texas A&M game specifically, it felt like the refs were getting them back in the game. So I just like them in this spot at home on a Saturday. As always, I know Al doesn't believe me. I just favor a little bit toward the home teams in most of my Saturday selections, and it's treated me well the entire year. I'm not going to do any different. Give me the Gamecocks at the crib, laying 1.5.
Costi loves cocks.
Javon, talk to me, my man.
Yeah, I don't want to touch on these games because it's all been touched on, but I'm gonna have to because I don't really like anything else. At 6, because I seen some 6s earlier, I'm gonna roll with Kansas. Even though it's a spot where I could see them losing the first. So I believe that a lot of people are jumping on Baylor for a couple of reasons. One being that McCullers is out, but he was out of that last game. That 3-point victory that the Jayhawks had. So there's really no difference as far as that goes. I understand that Kansas has lost a lot of games on the road, but until further notice, I mean, they're off a loss. I just can't. I can't see them. I can see them losing, but I can't see them getting beat up by a Baylor team who, while they're still good, they're not the same caliber as what they have been in years past in 2020, 21, and 22. So, I'm on Kansas. I'll lean there, and then Wisconsin. Only reason why this really didn't make my premiums because Illinois has had a long history of beating up on Wisconsin with lesser teams, throughout the last several years. So it's one of those spots where Wisconsin's gonna have to show it to me before they before I put my money on them in this spot against Illinois.
There you go. 2 from Jovan. Alex, talk to me. What you like in this first slot, my man?
Yeah, I just want to throw in my 2 cents on South Carolina. They have beat their lines this year. They have played above themselves, but I think that's the whole point. They played above themselves all season long. I mean, the lines makers are looking at the talent on the floor, and they're just constantly doubling down. They're saying, man, this has got to end at some point. Maybe it's today. I don't know, but I just know, I know how they look at these lines, and I know how they look at these teams, and I 100% understand, everyone's love with South Carolina. They played fantastic basketball, great chemistry. Maybe that chemistry will continue. But now on this kind of line, it starts to make me wonder. And I think eventually everything sort of evens itself out, especially as we get closer to them becoming the team that everybody is just constantly expecting them to be. And that's, winner against the line, winner straight up. Anyway, what I do like, though, from this time slot, I'm going along with Al. I like Illinois to come up here and grab it. I know lately they haven't played greatly defensively. I mean, they've given up 80 straight points in 4 straight games. I think a lot of people are looking down on them, but they've beaten this Wisconsin program 6 straight times. And I really believe, this Badgers team, 6 losses, the last 8 games. They're not playing anything that would even, resemble top tier basketball. So, no matter whether they need this game or not, it doesn't matter. I think Illinois comes out on top.
I got to say that I think you're way wrong, Alex, on the South Carolina talent level. They absolutely crushed the transfer portal. With the kids love this guy. They love this guy. They got Michi from Ohio State, Michi Johnson. They got Hayden Brown out of Citadel. They got guys that can guys that fit their system, that can flat out play. And just because they're not Hunter Dickinson, who sucks, right? It's like, and he played at Michigan. It's like, it doesn't mean they don't have top tier talent, because they absolutely do. And I think that's where the value is that they didn't go out and get the Hunter Dickinsons. They didn't go out and get the Criers. They got Michi and they got, Hayden Brown, guys that can just hoop it, as Jay says.
Right. Yeah, good
So
argument.
it's like, I think that's why the value has been there,
Well, you've been right. I wouldn't go against what you're saying.
I'm not always right. I'm not always right. Yeah. That's for sure.
You're right about you've been right about this, and yeah, it makes sense. Everything you say makes sense. Yeah, the chemistry's there, definitely.
Good for me. Kids love this guy. They love this coach.
Yeah,
they freaking love this guy.
In this first slot, I'm going to roll with them Kansas Jayhawks as well. Me and Tony T talked about this game a little bit last night on the drive-through, and I told him I wanted to play Baylor. I think Baylor wins this basketball game, but this line's just gotten out of hand. It's just gotten out of hand. At 2.5, 3, 4, give me Baylor. A bucket and a point, give it to me. But
a bucket and a mop.
5.5, 6. That's too many, man, especially when I just seen Baylor poop away a game the other day. Could have went one at the buzzer with the free throw, pooped it. In overtime, had the chance down low, fumbled it away. Like this, that's not bet on material for me, especially not laying this type of number on a really good team. So I'm taking Kansas here. The line's just gotten out of control. Sharp chasers, I think, are all over Baylor. I want the points in my pocket.
I agree, Jay. Florida is a bunch of pussies. I agree with every word you said.
I don't really have a dog in that Florida-South Carolina fight.
Sure you do. Take the Gators. Easy win.
Oh, God. Golden's such an
Best
intimidating
team in
coach.
Florida.
That San Francisco team he had was really a handful. It's like, oh man, what a joke.
All right, fellas, let's keep it moving. Let's go from 2 o'clock through 3:34. It's a pretty nice slot. A lot of games in here. Mitch.
2 words: Shaka Smart. Shaka Smart March. Never bet against Shaka Smart in March. Just take the points with Marquette, take a nap, and wake up and collect the money.
There you go. You heard it from Mitch. He likes Marquette. Roof.
Marquette.
I was hoping to have a little bit more time for that because I wasn't prepared just for the short and sweet, but it's true. Give me the Arizona Wildcats at home against Oregon. 10-4-1 at home this season against the number. Arizona just is a different team. Oregon, I keep giving Oregon the benefit of the doubt with Dana Altman. He hits the transfer portal hard. She tries to bring in all these high-profile transfers, but year after year, they just don't work. And I think Arizona comes out with a point to prove here at home. I think they demolish Oregon, and that's why I think the line's this big for a reason. Give me the Wildcats here.
Arizona for Ruffalo. Zwacky, talk to me.
It doesn't transfer, Jay.
I know. I tried it. I gotta hit it later. I'll hit it in a little bit. What you like, Rod?
For me in this time slot, I'm going to go with Charleston Southern on the road here. You're getting 6.5 in spots.
Fading the Blue Hose?
Fade them. It's Saturday morning, man. You got to fade the Blue Hose on Saturday morning. You look at the Blue Hose, they had a rough Friday night, and now you got to get up early on Saturday morning. That's a tough ask for any Blue Hose on a Saturday morning to get up and play good. And if you look at their record, they are 1-13 in their last 14 day games versus a conference opponent. So, Blue Hose on a Saturday morning? No, they're still sleeping in bed, still trying to sleep off Friday's hangover. So you look at the charity strike, they only shoot 66% from the free throw line as well. So Charleston Southern has them there. This is also a revenge spot. Hose got the job done 68-61 earlier, and now you're getting this many points. Too many points. Take Charleston Southern plus the points. The Hose are still in bed.
Rod, they're not in bed. They've already done the walk of shame. And now they're on the
really
prowl.
suck.
It's Saturday. This is a big day for them. They got to revamp. They're not sleeping.
Not at 8. Not at 8 in the morning. Not in this side of the country. The Holes are still sleeping. It's 8 a.m. Maybe they're doing the walk of shame in your end of the country. I know in this side of the country, they're still sleeping.
That's hilarious. Tony T, what you liking in this slot, my man?
Yeah, I'm going to take Arkansas plus the points. Kentucky, their weakness in the SEC play has been rebounding. And when you play an Arkansas team and you struggle with rebounding, I think they're going to get extra possessions from Arkansas. They've covered, Razorbacks have covered 3 of their past 4. We'll go ahead and take the points here with Arkansas.
Arkansas, as I call them occasionally. Big Al McMorty, what you liking this slot?
Oh, I'm going to go against Merrimack. They've won 10 straight. They already beat Sacred Heart by 24 earlier this season, 82-58. The Pioneers, though, 21-8, playing with revenge from a double-digit loss. I just think they snapped the win streak today. I'll take the 3 or 3.5.
Brian B.
Well, I'm going to agree with my good friend Chris Ruffalo, who likes the Arizona Wildcats. I like them as well. I mean, they beat Oregon by 10 earlier this season. I mean, they've had a few slip-ups at home where you thought they were going to win. They lost outright to Washington State and Oregon State. I think this number is high for a reason. They'd be good all year, 18-9-1 against the number. And everybody knows I hate to disagree with Mitch, but I like Creighton at home. I know the line's going up about 2 points or so, but I think this is a revenge spot for Creighton. Lost by 5, I think, to Marquette earlier this year. They need to win this game by 10 or more if they want to increase their March Madness slot. So give me Creighton. I think they win by 10.
Creighton, Blue Jays. Costi.
Give me I love George Mason against our favorite Duck and These Nuts team.
I knew you was going there. I knew he was going there.
No, I'm serious. I love George Mason here. I think you're getting value at only being 3.5 because of their last 2 losses to Illinois, Chicago, and Fordham. Previous to that, they beat Dayton at home. They beat George Washington at home. Now, they were a heavy favorite against George Washington, but still being a dog against Dayton at home says a lot. I think you're getting value. Had they won one of those road games, I think the line would be 5.5, 6. And Duckinese Nuts have owned George Mason in the last 10. So I think it's a statement for George Mason to win this game. I think they're playing better ball of late, and especially at home, and getting them at 3.5, I think, is a huge surplus. They're 13-2 at home. I don't think the number is going to matter as much. I know they're 8-5 against the number, but overall they're a good team, and Duckinese is a bad team on the road. So give me the Generals here, the Patriots at home.
George Mason over Duquesne, a.k.a.
Duckinese.
a.k.a.
Duckinese.
Duckinese Nuts.
Duckinese Nuts.
Joe Vaughn. Sorry, you got to follow that bit up, my man. But you like
Yeah, I'm on Hampton. Hampton's catching points. You know, they've covered their last 4 games. William and Mary haven't covered their last, well, they failed to cover their last 3. And, you know, I'm just rolling with the harder team in this one, you know, as far as in terms of a ATS angle. And this is only a 15-minute ride up north to Williamsburg, so for Hampton. So it's not that much of a road trip, you know, so I'll take the points.
taking the points against William and Mary. Alex.
Yes. I am going to go with, believe it or not, the Iowa Hawkeyes. I think that's a team that's underrated still at this point in the season. And they, you know, this is a team that still has a chance for an at-large bid. You know, I know everybody loves the Wildcats. I mean, they've had a great year, but, you know, without Ty Berry in the lineup and now Ryan Lamberg, they just look vulnerable today. And, you know, you're going against a team with a proficiency ranking of on the adjusted offensive efficiency, I should say, at 12th in the country. This is not a team that can be easily just sort of run off the court. And they also have an aggressive defense. And most importantly, you know, in a close game, which the lines makers are expecting, we've got a team that shoots 78% from the charity stripe, and that's Iowa. So, you know, and looking at some final trends here, Northwestern has failed to cover 8 of the last 9 home games when playing against a marginal winning team, 51 to 60% average on the season. And Collins has failed to cover 16 of his last 22 as a home favorite of 3.5 to 6 points as coach of Northwestern. So we got a weak favorite at home today, I think, and we're going to grab Iowa.
There you go. I'm going to lay the points with SMU in this one. I think they're going to kick the crap out of UTSA. I think they like boat race. So I'm talking about to take them behind the woodshed. I'm not mad at SMU coming off their 2 losses, bro. They lost to FAU. We know what's up with FAU. And they lost to UCF, who is also really hot right now. I just think this is a comeback home, bounce back spot against a team who they're head and shoulders better than. UTSA is not that great. Yes, they're coming off of 2 solid wins. And when you play the we beat them, they beat them style game, you can get to where you think maybe UTSA is going to cover here. No, they're not. They're going to get ran out of the gym. I'm taking SMU, laying the points there. And I kind of like South Dakota State, the Jackrabbits, man. I kind of like the Jackrabbits in a revenge spot. North Dakota State did beat them boys earlier this season in South Dakota. But South Dakota State, man, they don't won 4 straight. Playing extremely well right now. They finna avenge that loss from earlier this season, win their 5th straight, and end their season. So when does this tournament start? In this conference, 'cause I see this is their last game.
Probably Tuesday. Big Sky, right?
Yeah. Cool.
No,
Summit.
Summit. Yeah, Summit.
Summit's usually later.
When is it?
I'll
look. I'll look it up.
Thursday,
Jackrabbits
Wednesday
better
or Thursday, I think.
They better win it.
Forget it, Chris. I'll look it up. Had enough.
Oh, I thought
I've
you-
had enough of your lying for one show.
And I'm screwed. We're only 40 minutes in, so
Oh man. Let's keep it
Summit.
rolling.
The summit starts on March 8th.
Friday.
Yeah, Friday. Okay. It's that
Nice
time of year,
live
man.
flow.
It's that time of year.
Good story. We're not buying it.
All right, fellas. Next slot. Let's go 4 through 6. Stop at 6. It's a huge day of college hoops, man. A lot of great action today. It's a good slot right here. Mitch, lead us off again.
I'm going to take the Bittler pick. I'm going with UCF against Iowa State. I'd take them on the money line in this one. This is the line that looks funny. If there's a line on the whole board that looks funny, this is the one that looks funny, and not in a funny way, like in a weird way, like 3.5 points and not budging. You know, if anything, it looks like there's a little bit more pressure here on UCF. I think, they beat Kansas at home. They won at Texas. A lot of times you see teams take a step up to a new conference. It's usually bad news, and it has been pretty bad news for the most part. But UCF, they have some guys that can play too, and we saw that in the Cincinnati game last time out too. I think UCF is good enough here, and I think Iowa State, a little bit of a trappy spot, on the road against UCF, a team they never really play, so just a bad spot, kind of like when Kansas went down there and got beat. They beat them and they beat you. We beat them, they beat you.
Does the basketball gym have a name like the football stadium?
I don't think so.
Are they both the bounce house? Could we call them both the bounce house? Oh no, that's doing too much.
It's a stretch.
I'm
in Florida now, all of a sudden the basketball gym is the Swamp. Also, it used to not. It was never the Swamp before. It's only like the last 3 or 4 years they've called it the Swamp.
I'm asking the
It
important.
might smell like a swamp, but I don't know if it actually is the swamp.
I'm asking the important questions, man. Ruffalo, talk to me.
Yeah, give me the Colorado State Rams laying the points against Wyoming. Wyoming, just a different team when you take them outside of Laramie. Senior day at Fort Collins as well. Colorado State had a great offensive game when they went to Wyoming. It just took, I think, one of the best offensive performances Wyoming had all season for them to win that game. And I think Colorado State getting back home here, I think they win this one by 20 plus. Show up on senior day. So give me Colorado State.
Blowout for Ruffalo. Hot Rod, talk to me.
After reading this spot, I like Vandy here at home in Memorial Gym. Revenge spot for Vandy. They lost to LSU earlier. LSU on the road has not been good. Not where they play their best hoops. Last 4 trips into Memorial Gym have turned out to be losses for LSU, and I think they get another loss here. I like Vandy. You can take the 3.5, but I don't think you need it. I think Vandy outrights LSU in that one.
I can see that.
Rod, you betting Tour de France?
Tour de France. What? No,
I'm not saying I think you have a problem or anything. I'm just asking. I just want to know.
No, I haven't looked into Tour de France. What? I
didn't know.
I could definitely check it out and see what happens. Could be persuaded to have a Tour de France.
I can see Vandy winning that game outright, though. LSU's overrated.
Way overrated, and especially on the road. They're awful. Tour de France. I was just on the left field. Tour de France.
Taking action.
Yep, I'm going to take Wake Forest. I'm sorry, not Wake Forest. Virginia Tech at home. Wake Forest lost with 7 of 8 on the road. Hokies make their shots. They make 80% at the free throw line. These are 2 teams you play at home and you go against on the road. It's the Hokies in this one.
Now we got a ways before Tour de France. It's June 29th.
Got some time to get to it before we
start capping. Start capping
now. Yeah, because that's how long it'll take. I don't even know who's race.
Big Al
like
McMorty.
10 million people in it.
Oh, always.
I'm going to take Washington minus the points over Southern Cal. It's Southern Cal's 3rd straight road game. They covered the spread in their first 2. I don't think they'll make it 3 in a row. I'll take Washington. Washington's also 38 and 23 ATS their last 61 conference games. So lay the points.
Lay the points, says Big Al McMorty. Brian Bittler, talk to me.
Well, it's a rare occurrence, but I agree with everything Mitch said about the UCF game. That definitely looks very good. It's superior pick right there. But as far as for me, I think I'll go with Charlotte at home laying the points. They've lost 2 in a row, but both on the road. Revenge spot. They lost to Southern Florida, I believe, by 4 or 5. Charlotte's just a different team at home. I've seen them play a couple games this year. I like what I saw. I think they end All the bandwagon guys will be out on USF, winners of 12 straight games. But for me, I think Charlotte gets a double-digit win here.
Based on moxie alone.
Costa.
I'm going to go opposite of Alex. I think you mentioned it earlier with Iowa. I like Northwestern here. I think Northwestern is one of those teams that is you fade them on the road and you play them at home. They're 14-1 at home, and the line's going down. I know early on I could see value why people would take Iowa when it opened at 4, but at 2.5, Iowa stinks on the road. Northwestern hasn't played the toughest competition, but they're winning games on the road and at home. And I just trust them at home and getting a small price where I'm not too worried about the spread. They just need to win, basically. You're getting a bucket and a half. So I'm in on Northwestern, 2.5.
Javon.
Yeah, I agree with Brian on that Charlotte play. Trying to jump off that USF bandwagon. But I'm gonna go to Colorado State, losing in the last 3 games. And this is just a spot where they're home. They're gonna get it done in a big way and get a 20-piece out of Wyoming.
Wasn't that Nevada game like one of those ugly endings too?
That was hilarious. Yeah, guy makes a half-court bank shot.
Yeah, it was a heave, right? They came all the way back. They were down like
all the way
7
back.
with like 20 seconds left to go. They come all the way back, and they got beaten a heave.
Not only that, but to come back, they had a 90% free throw shooter from the other team miss 2 out of 4.
Yep.
And then and Nevada hadn't had Nevada had the lead the entire game,
Yep.
and so they tied it at the end with 2.5 seconds, and the guy hits a half-court bank shot. It was great.
Yep.
Alex.
And, I'm going to go with interesting small school situation here. Detroit Mersey. I mean, that Jesuit school is getting rocked this year. I went to a Catholic school as a kid, so I understand what they're probably going through here. So, but I'll tell you, at 1-29, 0-18 on the road, losing by close to just 17 to 18 points on average in those road games. They're going against an Oakland team that would just love to rough them up. They've already beat them in Detroit Mersey this year by 15 points. And, coming back here, laying this kind of lumber just doesn't bother me because I really think Oakland's going to take a great pleasure in just pounding the living snot out of this team. So here we go.
There you go.
Alex is like all the words they want to say based on this season, and they can't say them.
Yeah, it's been ugly.
Mitch, can I see the list? I need to refer to it more often. But as you see there, line 6, USC football and basketball. Give me Washington. They're going to kick the crap out of USC today. I think USC, man, they did compete in that last one against Wazoo. Caught me kind of by surprise. But 3rd straight road game, I think this is a bad spot for them. We just saw Washington look really good at home. I think Washington beats up on them there. And then Brian and Mitch, I get it. The line does look funky. It looks like somebody does know something. And in college hoops, I will say, usually they do know something. At least that's been the case for me thus far this season in college hoops. When it look funky, it might be funky. I don't care, man. Y'all know who my dark horse, not dark horse, the team I've said I think all season could win it all. Iowa State. I'm on them boys today, man. They are head and shoulders the better team. Everything I look at just tells me they are head and shoulders the better team. Defensively, I think they're going to cause UCF some problems. And I know we talked about it earlier in the week with Romanelli. I might have them a little overvalued offensively than other people might, but I don't know, man. Does that line scare me a bit? Yes. I thought it was going to open like 6, to be honest, and I probably would have laid it. I'm still laying it here, though. I'm taking the better team, in my opinion, one of the best teams in the entire country. I'm taking Iowa State. I think they beat them up. We'll see. Let's keep it moving, fellas. We stopped at 6. So let's go from. Let me find my slot.
Jay, just want to let you know, very appreciative of the appreciation for the Eastern time zone.
You feel me?
You're doing great today, man.
Trying to do a better job today.
Doing amazing.
I got a little assistance. I ain't gonna tell y'all what I got.
I even got Al to smile. That was a good.
All right, so let's go 6 through. That's a pretty big 6 card. 6 through 8. Let's go 6 through 8, and then we'll close out. And then the next slot will just be the last one. So 2 slots left to go. Mitch, talk to me.
I'm taking Cornell plus the points against Princeton. It just seems to be too many in a game that probably comes right down to the wire. The Ivy League, one of the weird tournaments of all tournaments. There's only 4 teams that make the Ivy League tournament out of the league. And these 2 teams will both be 2 of them. I think Cornell plays Princeton tough. I think Princeton's 22-3. I know it's 22-3, but I still think it's overstated. I think that this team is not nearly as good as that record. One of those 3 was Cornell beating the absolute dog shit out of them at Cornell. I think if Princeton gets the win, I think it's something like a last second 3 or something like that, step back 3 or whatever, kind of like the Oklahoma State game last week. I'm going to roll with Cornell plus the points.
Shout out to Oklahoma boys for that last week. I'm not playing a day. Step back at the buzzer. Roof.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take Columbia in the points against Penn. This Penn team still, right up there as the worst in the one of the worst in the Ivy League this season. And Columbia, they have to win out now to have any shot of making the conference tournament. Brown 2 games ahead of them now, and it's basically do or die for Columbia. I just think we see a desperate effort here, so much that we're getting points with a team that I think is going to have a really good shot at winning this game outright. Give me Columbia in the points.
Let me get this out. That winning streak them boys on come to an end today. All right? That's what everybody to know. The winning streak that they're on comes to an end today. Down there in Tuscaloosa. I'm on Alabama. Crimson Tide, man. Let's get it done. I think they're going to kick the crap out of Tennessee, man. The line tells me everything I need to know. It's my Brian game of the day, man. I'm on Alabama. Right.
For me, I like Incarnate Word to beat up on New Orleans. They already beat New Orleans by 2 this season. That was in New Orleans, where they play their best hoops. New Orleans on the road, yikes! 1-14 on the road, 5-10 against that number. You look at their last 10; they're 1-9 ATS. Incarnate Word ain't no world beaters as well. 8-20, 5-6 at home, with 3-7 against that number. In that same game, they shot 5 out of 19 from beyond the arc. And New Orleans still lost that game. Incarnate Word's going to go off, lay the 3.5, and they beat up on New Orleans. Privateers on the road. Easy, pure fade. Give me Incarnate Word.
Mitch, you got him before I got him. Because I was going to do the same thing. No, I was going to get this one. What? What? Anyways, I'll digress. Hey,
it's like unbelievable, man.
It's unbelievable.
I read all the comments, but I agree though with that one. I got scared money. It's like always play to win, man. Never play to not lose. That's what the house wants you to do. If you play to not lose, man, you're just walking. The best you can do is get beaten, is get juiced. You got to play aggressive. If you see a live dog, man, money line them. Don't even think twice about it. Doesn't matter what the spread is or what the odds. I mean, we've seen it more times, especially in college hoops.
Yep.
It's like double-digit dogs win often. Not all the time, but I mean, if you see it, it probably is right.
Tony T, talk to me.
Yep, I like Santa Clara, home dog. I even play on the money line against San Francisco. San Francisco coming off that deflating loss against Gonzaga. San Francisco's defensive form is bad, giving up 49% shooting over their past 5 games. Santa Clara is shooting the ball well at home, defending well at home, and they're rebounding. Give me Santa Clara, home dog here against San Francisco.
Big Al McMorty.
I'm going to take the Houston Cougars. They're off an ATS loss. They're now 57-23 off a point spread loss. So lay the points against Oklahoma.
Fading my Oklahoma boys at the crib. Off the game winner. Step back. Hey, that was my play of the day last week. I had a really good college hoop Saturday. I needed that one, man. I was a little nervous. That clock was ticking. Step back and he hit it. Houston, they're ranked number 1 for a reason. I wouldn't be surprised they kicked the crap out of them. But I also wouldn't be surprised if Oklahoma stepped up and got them outright. I don't know. We'll see. I think Houston may have one more hiccup in their system. I keep saying that. I thought it was going to be the other day. It wasn't. Might be today. We'll see. Brian.
Yeah, for me, this is the toughest slot so far, but picking 2 in this time area, I'm going to go with the Louisville Cardinals plus the points. Syracuse kind of reminds me of South Carolina. It always looks like the Syracuse line seems a little bit light. They just played last month. It was a 2-point game. I think Louisville can keep it within a number, and I'll take Tennessee plus the 3.5. I think Alabama wins this game. I think it's a 1-possession affair. I'll take the Volunteers plus the points.
Costi.
I'm going to take the Richmond Spiders here, the revenge spot. I know VCU's been playing extremely well. I know they're really good overall, but I just think it's a great spot for Richmond laying 3.5. They just lost to them in the beginning of February by 11 at VCU. I think it's a typical revenge spot where they'll be able to win this game. I mean, this is an exceptional at home. I've watched a lot of the Richmond games this year. They're just different. It's a different team at home, and I stick to my guns, and most of the games I select are at home on Saturday for a reason, and sticking to it with Richmond as well.
What's the reason?
They feel more at home. It's more like warm.
They feel more at home at home.
They're more at home at home.
I like it. No, you don't have to. That's good. They feel more at home.
They're warm.
At home.
At home.
Makes sense.
I like it. It does. It makes total sense.
Javon.
Yeah, I agree with Big Al on the Cougars play. You know, this is Kelvin Sampson's return to to Sooner Land. You know, he was once the head coach there, and he's gonna want to drill the Sooners. So, you know, I like that play. But I'm gonna roll with Sam Houston State. You know, both of these teams are covering, but Sam Houston State's the far and away the better team at home, 4 straight wins and covers, and I think they drill middle Tennessee State.
Alex.
We are going to go with a Pac-12 game in Washington State. You know, Washington State's played great basketball at home this year. They won 14 of 15 games. You know, UCLA is currently not playing great basketball. You know, losses to Utah, USC, and Washington. 3 losses in a row, 3 opportunities to cover. So their betting backers are getting kicked in the teeth. Also, you know, the only thing that also stands out here for me is from a mathematical, if I could spit that up, perspective. I'm looking at closer to a 9-point edge here for Washington State. Also, you know, comparatively, just based on what the season has brought forward, and can't really understand the mixed lines I see here on this game, other than maybe the Bruins have won their last 4 fights against this Washington State team. But, you know, this is a different Washington State team. Like I said, program's totally different this year, and looking great. And I like them here from a mathematical standpoint, at least.
There you go. All right, fellas, let's close out the rest of the college hoops card. And if there's any other game that you missed throughout the entirety of the card, because I know this back end of the card is not the best, you can go back and give me a couple or one from there as well. One I will go back and touch on. Give me Oklahoma State plus the points against Texas. Hey, Texas. Who is Texas? Is the $1 million question this season. Who are they? I don't know. Even at the end of the season, I don't know who they are. We've seen them have some really good performances, like their last win over Texas Tech. And then we've seen them in other spots and just be like, damn, this team's not good. In this spot today, I just think they're overvalued. Are they better than Oklahoma State? Yes. I've said Oklahoma State's the worst team in the Big 12 many a times this season. Hey, I'm using Mitch's angle here. Last crack at them before they go to the SEC. They finna give them everything they can handle. I'm taking the points in my back pocket with Oklahoma State. And in this back end of the slot, give me – y'all know it, man. They my team, bro. I've been riding them all season long. I can't get off of them. I'm on the Antelopes, man. Grand Canyon. They cashed for me last game against Rio Grande Valley. We know Rio Grande's terrible. Stephen F. Austin. They did win their last one, but hey, they've lost 4 or 5. This is their 5th road game in their last 6 games. This is not a great spot for them. It's not a great spot for them. Grand Canyon, I think, airs them out, takes them out in the woodshed. I'm laying the points. Mitch.
My game that I would fill in is West Virginia plus the points against Texas Tech. I would probably take them on the money line as well. If there's any value there, if it's only like plus 110 or plus 115, I would just take the points instead. But we've seen West Virginia a bunch that in the last couple of weeks fall behind by big numbers, 20 plus, and then come roaring back in the second half. So West Virginia, I like them here plus the points. I also like them bet them in the second half of this game, especially if they're losing big at halftime again. We saw them do it to Iowa State. They came all the way back. And then we saw it last time out against Kansas State, came all the way back as well from 20 plus down they get what they've done in both those games. They've gone from 20 down plus, they've got to the lead, and then they blow the game. So that's why I think maybe you take the points, but I think they at least cover. I don't like the way Texas Tech has been playing. I think they were an upside surprise most of the season anyway. And I think like kind of what Alex said about South Carolina earlier, I think the same is true with Texas Tech is what I think that is really more like that. A team that kind of played over their heads for a long time, but now we're actually seeing maybe them what they are, who we thought they were, 2-7-1 against the number in the last 10. So that's my comeback game that I missed earlier. And then for the late end of the card, I'm just going to take Gonzaga on the money line against St. Mary's. I just think St. Mary's is the most overrated piece of shit team out there. When they played out of conference, they got the floor wiped with them. They went into in-conference games. Congratulations. You beat Pacific, you beat Portland, you beat San Francisco, and everybody else that starts with a P except for San Diego. Ooh, not the Toreros. It's like, yep, they beat the Toreros too. But it's like all of a sudden they're a ranked team, and then you look at their numbers, right? It's like, yeah, can you imagine if Kentucky played that schedule, what their numbers would look like? They'd be averaging 150 a game if Kentucky played in that conference. Or like even like a middle-rung Big 12 team. Imagine like the William Leases, TCU in that conference. They'd bust them up. It's like St. Mary's sucks. I mean, they are not a good team. They are my favorite to go out early in the NCAA tournament. They'll be out in the first round, man. These guys are the biggest chumps out there.
Yeah, paper tigers when you schedule those 300 ranked teams.
Yeah, that's what they have. And then when they played out of conference, remember, oh boy, St. Mary's really started the season slow. Yeah, when they played against the real conferences and the real teams, they couldn't win a game. And then they play in conference. Oh, they really took Portland behind the woodshed. Please. I'm so sick of this team, these guys.
Fair.
It's like now they're ranked 17th based on what? It's like let's revisit it. Let's do it for the sake of, so in case there are people out there that say, "Oh no, that's not true." Oh, it's very, very true. Very true. They lost to Weber State, San Diego State, they got their ass kicked by Xavier by 17 points. They got freaking rung up in that one. Utah beat the living shit out of them, and then Boise knocked the crap out of them as well. They also lost to Missouri State. Congratulations, fellas. Oh, we're ranked 17th. Kentucky loses to Missouri State. Their coach is fired, man. This team is nothing. Taking the Zags.
Roof.
I'm going to go with TCU plus the points against BYU. I think I liked BYU around 5.5, 6, but now it's 7.5. I think it's just gone a bit too far. TCU, they played well on the road. I mean, they've battled Kansas hard. They've battled a bunch of other teams hard in the Big 12, and 6-3 against the number on the road. BYU does play their best basketball at home, but this team is very reliant on three-pointers, and the three-point percentage has dropped off for the better part of conference play. So I think BYU wins. I think TCU covers.
Zwacky.
And for me, I agree with Mitch. Give me Gonzaga here. Big revenge spot. St. Mary's got the win earlier. It was only by 2 then. They're not doing it now. Gonzaga had the circle. Gonzaga's starting to get better and better and better as their games roll along. They had a slow start to the season, but they've definitely picked it up and starting to hand it down. And they hand St. Mary's a loss here in that one. What I miss, I like Hofstra here. On the road, you look at Hofstra, 8-2 in their last 10 games, playing good. This is a revenge spot for Hofstra. Better free throw shooting team. They've only got 2 losses, as I said, in the last 10, and those 2 losses combined by 5 points total. Take Hofstra plus the points.
It's always Pride Month for Rod.
Tony T.
For Hofstra, yeah, they're rolling right along.
Yeah, I'm going to tell everybody here the panels on Gonzaga. I'm a little scared of Fate Pacific today. I don't have confidence in this San Diego team. Mr. Lavin, I don't know if he can get the job done. But anyway, the game I've missed, I'm going to take Nicholls State. It's been a big line move, but I'll take the 19 with Nicholls State. They're shooting the 3 well, 38%. They could shoot inside. They make their free throws. And McNeese State, you look at their past 2 games, they've tailed off a little bit with their shooting. So I'll take the points with Nicholls State.
Big Al McMorty.
For this time slot, I like Utah. Utah is 87-42 ATS at home when they're priced from Pick'em to -10, so long as their win percentage is .571 or better. And I guess for a game from earlier, Stonehill plus 13.5 against Central Connecticut.
There you go. Brian B.
No, it's scaring me. I'm agreeing with Mitch again. I like Enrod. I like Gonzaga plus the points. Gonzaga got beat on their home floor by St. Mary's. Overall, they've owned them 7 out of 10 straight up. But I'll have to disagree a little bit. I think St. Mary's has beaten some good teams. They beat New Mexico, Colorado State, UNLV. They won at Gonzaga. So I don't think they're a trash team. But as far as this game goes, I think Gonzaga wins it
They
outright.
lost to Missouri State. They also lost to Colorado.
Yeah, they had some
State.
bad ones. But I'm just saying they're not horrible.
I'm just saying that if they're 17th ranked, then Kentucky should be 1.
All right. Well. Anyway, I agree with you. I'm taking Gonzaga plus the points. And I kind of lean a little bit with Pacific just because they're so horrible. They're my kind of team, 6-22 against the spread. You might start turning around here. Just got to sprinkle a little bit on Pacific.
Just in time, last game of the season.
The $1 million question is Big Al on Pacific? I thought he was going to hint to that.
I am not on Pacific or against Pacific today.
Okay. Yeah, I know that we were a thorn in your side earlier this season. How'd it go for the remainder of the season?
I will have to look it up. I'll let you know.
All right. Costi, you like my man? Oh, guess
you got to talk when you come in. You can't just come in here and
somebody said Pacific. Big Al, you're not on Pacific? What is going on?
I can lose with other teams. I don't need to lose with them.
God, just blew out my eardrum.
Oh, sorry about that, boss.
God. Give me the Zags. Money line. I saw the game last game. It was close. They're not going to beat them twice. I think Gonzaga played a horrible game, and they were still in that game. I just think they blow the doors off and they get the job done. They're not going to lose twice to St. Mary's in a year.
Jovan.
Yeah, I'm on TCU. It's a letdown spot for BYU coming off that basically last 10 minutes of that game where they came alive against Kansas. And on the other hand, TCU lost their last game, so they're looking to bounce back. So just based on that, I think this line's just a little bit too much, and I'll take the points.
Alex, close us out.
Yeah, so I'm going to attack that St. Mary's Gonzaga game from a different angle. We're going to go with the total. And, after that huge game Gonzaga had last time out, shot over 60%, just beat the shit out of San Francisco. I think we're going to see a natural regression happen here this week against the St. Mary's team that's well aware Gonzaga is going to come in here with revenge on their minds, ready just to kick the shit out of them. So, will Gonzaga have that energy to do that? And like I said, I think St. Mary's is going to turtle, essentially slow this game down to a grind and just cross their fingers and hope for the best. So I'm looking for an under here.
There you go. Lower scoring game, says Alex. All right, fellas. Today is a money-making Saturday. Plenty of action all across the board. We just covered as many college basketball games as we could. But I know we all have plays that we 100% feel like are going to make us some money today. Mitch, what are you selling today over at Pig Dogs Premium?
I got a couple of 3-packs, and I got my play of the day. I might have another 3-pack. I got a lot of games out there. I just got to put them together in the packages. So I got it early, and afternoon I'll have a late as well. 3-pack. So grab those college hoops. My Saturday college hoops have been pretty good this year. Overall, my college hoops have been good too. So I don't know. I like a lot of action. I bet big and I bet a lot. So keep up with me, win some money. Check them out.
There you go. Ruffalo, what you got today, man?
Yeah, I got $19 college hoops play of the day. Got 3-pack in the NHL. I'll tell you off air. So I also got a couple standalone plays and a bunch of 3-packs. But this is the best time to go long term. We all talk about it. These are the days where you get the most value, the most bang for your buck. So definitely take advantage of it and use that promo code PICK for 15% off.
Don't hop on Ruffalo. Hot Rod Zawacki. What you got today, my man?
And for me, over at Pig Dogs Premium, got a 5-pack early in college hoops, 64-47 run college hoops. I got a 3-pack late. I've got an NHL sniper play, my top play on the NHL. And then I got a bunch for long-term subscribers. So jump aboard. We've had 3 of the last 4 college Saturdays have been winning. So definitely jump aboard college hoops. Rolling right along as we head into March. Excited. Love today's card. So jump aboard. Let's make some money.
There you go. Tony T, what you selling today, my man?
I got 3-packs from college hoops, a really good one prime time for you. Also, best bet from the NBA, late night prime time best bet for you. So that $19 premium, get on board with my long-term passes. That's the best value. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout saves you that 15% off.
Go hop on with Tony T over at Pig Dogs Premium. Next man, his units in college hoops speak for themselves. Oh my goodness. Big Al McMorty, what you selling today, my man?
First I just want to tell you how I done on the Pacific game so you guys can quit, ribbing me. I've had 11 games on Pacific this year. I'm 5 wins against 6 losses. I went against Pacific once, and I did win that game with Mississippi Valley State. So 6-6 in Pacific games. I survived.
You survived.
Are you getting a shirt out that says I survived betting Pacific games?
I don't know. I mean, it could have been. Look, I'm having a decent year, so I can lose a few games with Pacific.
That's
right.
Too humble. What are you
selling,
man?
I've got I think 16 games today. I've got my second 5-star of the season. I hit the first one a few weeks back on VCU over Richmond. So this is my second 5-star in NBA or college basketball this year. Goes in college. And I've got 2 plays in the NBA. I've got, I think, 13 or 14 in college. I also have my WAC game of the year and my West Coast Conference game of the month. And a bunch of triple packs. And so right now, I think I'm 56-24 with 2 pushes the last 82.
There you go. Top of the leaderboards in college hoops. Right behind him, just as hot. Well, I don't know about just as hot, but as hot in his own right is Brian Bittler, man. You selling
It's always tough to follow. It's always tough to follow Big Al here, but I'll try to do that. Yesterday, cashed my titanium best bet winner. You can get my best bet titanium over at pickdogs.com. I'm 63-31-1, 67% last 95 best bet titanium plays. Or you can get my college basketball 5-pack, my fantastic 5-pack for $50. Right now in college basketball, 115 and 77, 60% winners, $1,000 bettors up $29,480. So go on over to Pick Dogs and check it out.
Hop on with Brian B. Pick Dogs Premium. Let's bring in the duo over here, Costi and Eric Pathy, who doesn't pop on anymore. What's happening?
If you want to get access to Big Al's March Madness, send me a text. Big Al, he's up over 200 units. 200 units. If you want access to my Dime Club, give me a call. 20-9 the last 30 college baseball and spring training baseball games.
Scarred. I don't even know what to say. I'm selling nothing. I'm completely discombobulated. This voice. No, I'm just kidding. That's what we're doing. We're dealing with syndicates, college baseball, spring training. Doesn't matter. Eric's playing a lot of basketball, just not in the United States. He's overseas in Greece. It's absolutely insane. The groups that we're getting our plays from are constantly finding edges all over the world. And if you don't care about the shape of the ball and you want to just make money, shoot us a text, 775-636-7674. One requirement, please don't call and waste my time with a bankroll of $10,000 or less. Got a lot of people call and then waste my time. I'd rather you just not make the call. Take advantage of our free content right here. Have the bubble come up.
I like that. That's tight.
He hit the thumbs down. Jovan, my man, what you selling today?
Got a 3-pack on the early afternoon time slot. Got a bunch of 5-packs starting off with the mid-afternoon time slot. That's 2 o'clock to 3:30. Then another 5-pack from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Then another 5-pack for the rest of the night. We'll have another 3-pack for the college basketball 8 o'clock games. And I have a NBA play. It's not up yet, just for longer-term clients right now. Might put into more NBA plays to make a 3-pack, jump on something long term. Got right now 20 plays in all 19 college basketball, 1 NBA play.
Locked and loaded on a Saturday with Jovan, man. Hop on with him. Make you some money on a money-making Saturday. Alex.
Yes, sir. We got an early start 3-pack coming this Saturday. It starts at 12:30. There's going to be Atlantic 10, Mid-Eastern, and SEC action. It's 2 sides or 2 totals, 1 side. Currently on a 36-22, 62% side run and a long-term big-time profit run of 117.75, 61% CBB totals conversion rate, rocking and rolling with a close to $36,000 in profit for my dime players. We've got a big game tonight. My Big 10 game of the week goes with Michigan State and Purdue. We have an NHL game, a money line selection with the New York Islanders and Boston Bruins, and one afternoon NBA game too with the Atlanta Hawks visiting the Brooklyn Nets. And that's it for today. Short card, but we'll have a lot more action as March Madness, the madness, continues, like Rod Zawacki likes to say. Anyway, and that's about it for today, guys. Just winners and a fairly short card.
There you go. Hop on with Alex Smart over at Pick Dogs Premium. Hey, today, guys, I got a small card. I got just 3 games in college hoops today. I really love all 3, though. You can scoop them all up in a money-making 3-pack. You can get my top play in college hoops for $19. And, hey, y'all know me. I call a spade a spade. Last night, it's probably my worst night in the NBA of the season. It was not probably. It was. It was my worst night in the NBA of the season. Premium side, I went 0-4. That was pretty bad. But today's the money-making Saturday, and I'm looking to bounce back. I have my favorite play in the NBA today. 61, 39, and 4. Last 104 on that NBA play of the day, so you guys can scoop that up today. Still, even after the bad day, number one here at Pick Dogs in the NBA. Gonna get back on track tonight. You guys can scoop it play up or hop on something long-term like everybody else said. It's the madness. It's March. Let's continue to kick the crap out of the books. All right, fellas. Small card in the NBA today. 5 games. Cook them up. Cook them up.
Mitch, what are you eating over there?
I'm eating cough drops. It's these they're not really, they don't have any medicine at all in them. It's just honey that's like formed and hardened. This is the brand of them.
You can hear the
I was thinking,
rapper.
who the hell?
Yeah,
is
you have
weed
such a
over
good microphone that it's like we can hear every single wrinkle.
Correct.
There you go.
Honey, that's cute.
What are you talking about?
It's
You
cute.
can hear your rapper in the.
All right, well, put it down.
Reggie, I was just wondering. I was just
It's
asking.
okay. It's down. You don't have to worry about it anymore. How about that? You can shut the hell up now. How's that sound? And don't worry, in Vegas, when you ask me for one of these, you know what my answer is going to be?
No.
No.
Did you fix
I
it?
would, but I didn't bring them. The rapper's too loud.
No, I'm going to say I'm eating them and enjoying them. But since the rapper annoys you, I wouldn't put you through that kind of pain and suffering.
NBA action, man. First game up. We got the Atlanta Hawks, man. They're on the road facing the Brooklyn Nets. This line is flipped from this morning. This morning, I saw Brooklyn -1.5. Right now, I see Atlanta -1.5. These two teams just played the other day, literally.
All right, I'll bring you a pack since you begged. I got a whole case of them.
I'm taking the Hawks. I don't love it. Yes, they got their doors blown off, but this is a 50-50 ATS game. Here's the thing. What's more likely? The Hawks winning this game or Brooklyn stacking back-to-back good games? I think which one's more likely is the Hawks winning this game. Expecting Brooklyn to put it together in back-to-back games, to me, I cannot. This team has been, for as bad as the Hawks are, I know they're the worst ATS team in basketball, 19-40 against the spread. The Brooklyn Nets were like the best ATS team early in basketball. Now they're nearing the bottom. That's how much of a falling knife they had been. Small lean here for me on Atlanta. Mitch.
Well, the Nets have covered 5 in a row against the Hawks, and I think they may get lucky the half dozen today. I think they bust them up something fierce. The Hawks have just quit out on the court. We knew it early and often. Trae Young is out. So is Tristan Thompson is out for the Cavs. The thing is that, and Embiid's out for the Sixers. The thing is that, and of course, Ja not playing for the Grizzlies.
Ja's definitely not playing. Yeah.
Ja's not playing. And then, but the thing is that, the Hawks are this bad. And it's like the Hawks, this is the same story for the Atlanta Hawks. It's like you could pick up the Hawks, like read about them 3 years ago, 2 years ago, a year ago. It's always the same story. Their defense gets worse and worse and worse and worse. They fire the coach, then it starts to get better, and the team, they're playing so well. And then it starts to regress. Fire the coach. It's a vicious cycle that they're caught in. Don't get stuck in the mud. Take the Nets. Do yourself a favor. Don't listen to Jay.
Jay's right.
Jay knows better.
I know. We'll see.
He knows better. He's beating up on the Hawks every time he takes them. Rubio's out. No Steve Adams.
John Collins.
Talk to
I
him.
never thought I'd find myself being forgiving towards the Atlanta Hawks, but I'll give them one more shot.
Yep.
I've seen too much damage from the Brooklyn. I said the New Jersey Nets, from the Brooklyn Nets the last few games. I mean, they've covered 5 straight against Atlanta, but if Atlanta does me dirty here, I'm back off them. One of my least favorite games on the board, but Actually, I don't like really much like the card for the NBA
Yeah,
in general
it's
today.
not a great card today.
Like, well, Bradley Beal was seen at shoot around eating a bag of Doritos and smoking a blunt.
Backwoods.
Hot Rod, what you like in here?
I like the over. As Mitch said, not a whole lot of defense being played between the Hawks and the Nets. If you look, all three meetings would have went right up and over this total at 219. So I like the over here, but I got to take the Nets. I'm not attaching the Hawks to the 10-foot pole. You guys, good luck riding with the Hawks. That's a wounded bird.
They've quit on the court. They've
Definitely
quit.
a wounded bird. Definitely.
His tongue's hanging out and everything. He's trying to keep going.
They've quit.
It's just not working.
On Green Bay, Little Rock, Toledo,
Tony
K-State.
Yeah, I
Over.
would agree with Rod here on the over. This line is dipped below 220, 219 and a half. Not with this Atlanta defense, and I'm not going to bet on Brooklyn holding anybody under 100 points in back-to-back games. So give me the over.
Big Al McMorty.
I mean, how does Quinn Snyder still have a job? That's one question.
He's good offensively. That's it. I mean, he can drop some plays, but that's about it.
I just say. I mean, the Jazz underachieved, and then Atlanta's going to be one of the worst. Anyway, I don't know how he's
good assistant.
Yeah, a good G League coach too.
He's a smart guy, but. Yeah, I'm with you. I get your point.
I'm just saying. I mean, it's just a retread. Like, Jesus, go hire somebody else. I'm going to take Atlanta. Road teams playing back-to-back games against the same opponent that lost by more than 21 in the prior game. They've gone 92-65. So I'll take Atlanta.
Ryan B, I heard you was agreeing with me. Talk to me.
Yeah,
Ryan B loves Ben Simmons.
I'm 100% agreeing with Big Al and Jay here. I mean, two obvious plays on the NBA board. One of them is the Atlanta Hawks here. They got beat by 27. Now it's a back-to-back road spot.
So that
here.
means you must say the Grizzlies is the other obvious spot, right?
No, I was thinking Lakers over Nuggets, but we're at the Hawks and Nets here. Don't forget Ben Simmons is iffy for this game. That's he's a superstar. Magic Johnson. He reminds me of Magic Johnson. But anyway, the Hawks have cost me the most money this year. It's just an obvious spot to take the Hawks after that huge loss. I'm not afraid. Give me Atlanta. There's a reason they're laying one.
I'm with you, Brian. We'll see. If they
Chase McSorley reminds Brian of Joe Montana.
LeBron's going for 40,000 points tonight.
Yes, he is. We'll see. We'll talk about it in a second. Costi.
Yeah, he's definitely Magic Johnson. If Magic Johnson had 2 left feet, that's what Ben Simmons' comparison is. I was on the Hawks the other night. Love them in this revenge spot. I don't see Schroeder, Cam Johnson, Miles Bridges going crazy. They were making threes all over the court, wire to wire, beat them up. I'm not trusting them back to back. I think I'm with Ruffalo on this one. If they lose this one, I feel like I said that before. But if they lose
before, we've heard that.
If they lose this one, they're on the do not bet list. But I'm giving them just one more shot based on getting beat by that big of a spread. I always like to take the team that's going to get beat up in a short rebound spot. So revenge game, just the other night, they got destroyed. I think the Hawks win this game fairly easily.
Jovan.
Yeah, I'll lean Atlanta. Don't like the game at all. Just a simple fact they lost by 27. They get a chance to face them again. I gotta roll with them in that and on just under those circumstances. So I don't love it. Won't be betting it. Well, I'll take the Hawks.
Yes, sir. Alex.
I got a premium play on that tilt, so I'll just pass on what I think is going to happen. My bet. But we'll look at that Portland-Memphis game maybe, and sort of same kind of situation.
No, we go through all the games.
Oh, yeah, we're going to go through all the games.
Yeah,
okay, sorry. Yeah, okay, no problem.
Oh, good.
And taking over the show there.
I'll come right
Give
back
the guy
to
a
you,
microphone. It's like, man, just reformat the whole thing.
I'll come right back to you, Alex. We'll start back in. We got the Miami Heat laying 7.5 on the Utah Jazz. You got to play in this one?
You know what? All I can say is the Heat are finally. This is a team that's been banged up a lot. I don't know if they give it their all the time. I think this is a pretty smart team, and they don't exert a lot of energy during the regular season until they really need to. And I think we're seeing them their momentum start to build, and I think they're a team that you really have to respect on a lot of nights. And if anything, I would be on Miami.
Jovan.
Yeah, I'm on Miami. 9 straight covers. Lost a close one to Denver. But
I think that last cover, and I'm a Heat guy, I don't give them that cover. The line was 5.5 most of the day. It was.
Yeah. Well,
it was. I saw a 6. That was so.
It was
late,
6
bro.
right at post. It was 4.5, 5.
Hell no.
That
line was 5.5 all damn day. That line was 5.5.
It did go. It did go to 6.5 right at post.
24 hours in the day that day. 22 of the hours the Nuggets were under 6.
Yeah.
22.
I just said that.
Yeah,
Why are you yelling at me?
I'm not. I'm yelling at everybody. They were yelling at me.
Listen, depending on when you bet it, because there's early bettors and there's late bettors. You know what I'm saying? So, depending on when you bet it, you got to cover with the Heat. Otherwise, if you bet the Nuggets, you got to cover with the Nuggets. But with that said, they were underdogs anyway. So, as favorites, in this spot against a Jazz team who look like they're reeling right now, yeah, I got to back the Heat. So. Really not much to it than that.
It was just one of those lines. I mean, we're at that point of the season. College hoops is going the same way, man. You got to really, really be tight on these lines.
Yep. Costi.
Yeah, I'm on the Heat in this one. I think it's pretty straightforward. This team saves it for the second half of the year. Now you're seeing it. I know there's a laundry list of injuries and designations, but that team is so deep, and the Jazz are free falling. I want no part of them on the road, especially. And yeah, talking about that line, yeah, I had clients texting me, I lost. Whoever got 6.5 literally must have betted 2 minutes before the game. That's the only time it was 6.5. It was 4.5 when we gave it out early in the day. It moved to 5, then to 4.5. So again, it's all about when you bet, not what you bet, is how you make money in sports betting. And the people that want to wait till last minute could lose. That's the reason why sharps make money early in the day or even overnight to get the best price. But I'm all over Miami in this one. I think it's going to be a double-digit win for them. So for some of the guys that don't love this game, I think this game's a fairly easy cover for me.
Brian.
I hate agreeing with everybody else, and I don't like taking Mitch's favorite team, the Heat, but I think they're the right call here. I mean, they've covered a bunch of games, and the Jazz just can't cover games lately. They're better at home against the number. I'll lean towards Miami, even though I do it begrudgingly.
Big Al?
I'll take the over.
Sexy
big. Tony T.
Yeah, popular opinion here with Miami here. Jazz last in road defensive efficiency. They might hit your list, Jay. They might hit your list.
They're low-key supposed to already be on there. We just didn't have the paper to put them on there. They low-key
I think the writing was on the wall when they traded away Fontecchio for draft picks and got rid of Olynyk. This team just wants to.
When they came out the break and lost outright to Charlotte, I said, "Oh hell no, hell no." Busted up my parlay that day. Oh, it was sad. So yeah, Tony T. They should probably be on there. Rod.
Well, everybody's jumping the Heat, so I'm going to take the Jazz just because I think the Heat win this game, but not by this many points. If you look head to head, Jazz won earlier back in December, 117, 119. Yes, it was in Utah, but when you come and play in Miami, it was 119, 115, 126, 123. Well, these games are 3-point games, 6-point game, 3-point game, 4-point game. Yeah, this is give me the points with the Jazz. I think the Heat win this one. They just want wins. They don't care if they cover by 7 or 8 or 9. They don't. They win by 3.
Big Al McMorty, can you tell me how many times the Heat have been 5 favorites or 5 or more this season? Can you
Sure.
tell me that? Yeah, I want to know that. Ruffalo.
It is the first home game after a 6-game road trip, so that's why it's not a premium for me. It's not a good spot for Miami.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Miami here. My concern is just the fact that it's still a Miami team that isn't that far removed from being one of the worst home favorite against the spread teams as soon as last year. But Utah, we've talked about it before. You know, this team loses by double digits with regularity on the road. For whatever reason, they just can't get it done away from home. And the Heat are on a nice streak right now. They're a team that always just seems to find a way. So give me the Heat here as well.
Jay,
We'll skip this next guy. We already know.
Jay, you want to know the Heat at favorites of 5 or more?
Yes.
Do you home or away or both?
Home.
Home 3-6 ATS, away they're 2-0-1 ATS
This season? Okay.
this season. Yeah.
Mitch. Thank you, Big Al.
Oh, but what's curious about it is when Miami's favored by 5 or more, if they're off a win, they are 5-0 and a push ATS, and if they're off a loss, they're 0-5 ATS.
Crazy.
Yeah.
They're off a loss.
Right.
That was a different Heat team that lost in Utah earlier this season. Jimmy Buckets played like 20 minutes in that whole game. The thing is that the Jazz are straight ass on the road, and everybody knows it. I don't know why everyone's just sitting here in their pool of denial. Also, the Heat are a team that went to the NBA Finals 2 of the last 4 years. This is the
How many
Habs
titles
versus
do they
the
win?
Habs. What's that?
How many titles do they come back with?
Well, they've won a bunch, but
It's been over a decade.
But at least they've been there twice.
I know. I've been to NBA Finals too. I've been to about 5 of them.
But you have, yeah. But the thing is, at least you went to them. At least you went to them. The thing is, and how many did you win? The thing that you went to 5. How many did you win? But the thing is that they, at least they got.
I'm just giving you shit. I just
of course I know it. Believe me, everyone knows. I can dish it out, but I can't take it.
Do you know
I know that.
Finishing second is the most overrated thing in sports. Nobody cares if he finished second. How many titles do the Buffalo Bills have? 0. The Minnesota
I think when you
Vikings,
make it to
0.
the finals as a
The
play-in
Cincinnati
team,
Bengals, 0.
you make it to the finals as a 4 seed. I think it just all it shows you though, and
all it
lets
shows
the
you is
team know
that
is that we can do it.
It just
You can
shows
do
you.
it.
Yeah, you
can get
can,
there.
but it shows you that you were lackadaisical in the regular season, and that's why you were an 8 seed.
They weren't lackadaisical.
What was their
They were
cover record
injured.
on the road? In the
They
playoffs?
absolutely were lackadaisical.
They're
And Jimmy
injured.
Butler was about to get beat up by Udonis Haslam
Injured
during that season.
Injured.
Heat had
They're
a crazy.
injured.
The Heat had a crazy spread record in the playoffs last year.
They were
right?
injured.
No, everyone
Just like
had
this
injuries.
season, they were injured all the way up until recently. And what happened when they got healthy? Kicking the
all
shit
well-
out of
that's
everybody,
all well and
including
good,
the
but
Utah Jazz.
That's all well and good, but Jimmy Butler also had to get checked by Udonis Haslam for trying to check the coach during that season. It was a
What
bunch of
happened in the
turmoil with that
playoffs
team-
against
with
the
that team
Celtics
last
with
year.
Jimmy Butler? Oh boy, that was a fight. They would have stopped it.
I'm just saying there were problems.
I
There were problems
hope-
during the season with that team.
Mitch, I hope the Celtics play the Heat in the playoffs. And I'm
We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it, and we're gonna celebrate like it's our fucking Super Bowl.
I'm going to press my futures bet on that series because
I've been waiting for that series all year. I cannot wait.
What's important to us?
We just need the Heat to make the playoffs. That's what we need. We just need.
We're gonna work on. We have the do not bet list. We're gonna make the Celtics playoff excuse list, man, and we'll see how many of those come true.
What's important to us?
Oh, no Porzingis. That's gonna be number 1. No Porzingis. We lost Porzingis. It's like you never had him. He's a stiff. The guy's injured all the time. All the time.
What's important to us is the Heat went 15-8 to the spread in the playoffs last year, best in the NBA.
Yeah, but look at their money line in the playoffs last year against the Bucks. They were like plus 700 like every game. Against the Celtics, plus 400 every single game.
They were a great team against the spread. That they did what
they're great on the money line,
and they didn't win a championship.
You know what? I got news for you. No one was going to beat the Chicken Nuggets last year. Nobody. There was nobody was going to beat them. Nobody. They were on a mission. They were mad. They were mad. Remember when Joker got ejected in the playoffs, man? It's like he's still mad about it. You know, it's like they were like the Nuggets. That was the first year they were healthy. They're always banged up too. It's like no one was going to beat them. And I got news for you. I don't think anyone's going to beat them this year either.
They're not going.
It's like for you guys to sit here and think the Celtics are going to win a fucking championship. There's no chance they're beating the Nuggets. And zero.
They're not going back to back.
Like zero chance. There's zero chance. There's not like, oh, they might beat them. Oh, they're the better team. Oh, no, they have no chance at all. None. They have no chance of beating the Nuggets. None.
The powers that be in the NBA will not let the Denver Nuggets go back to back.
They absolutely will.
You heard it here first.
They absolutely will.
They're not going to put them in that upper echelon of the Lakers, the Celtics, the Bulls.
If they're selling Jokic jerseys, they absolutely will.
If the Miami Heat couldn't do it back in the LeBron days, then they're not going to do it. The Golden State Warriors, they're not going to put them. Nope. Oh, well, actually, they might.
Well, LeBron quit on the Heat. LeBron quit on the Heat.
What about the Washington
Bullets?
Bullets?
He would have won more titles if he stayed in Miami.
No, I'm saying back-to-backs.
Yeah, back-to-back Bullets. Strong team. We have a great franchise here. The Bullets. Everybody's discounting.
Sense on this basketball game quickly. I'm not betting this damn thing. I think if you're laying the points with Miami here, you're very, very foolish. I think you're asking to get your money took. We know the Miami Heat as sizable home favorites, bro. You're asking for it. You're asking for it. That's why I asked Big Al to give me the number. The thing is, we haven't seen Miami as sizable home favorites this season because they were so bad last year. Mitch loves to talk about the postseason. Well, let me talk about the regular season. I made so much goddamn money fading Miami in the regular season as sizable home favorites. It was ridiculous. And
we made a lot of money fading the Mavericks at home and as favorite and dog. It was a fade fest.
But we are still in the regular season, and you will not catch me laying this big of a number with Miami at home.
I believe that's when they got the nickname Trash Pandas.
I get it. I've been at the forefront of fade the Jazz ass on the road. Like, I'm telling you guys, the Jazz have been blown out by double digits more so than any other team on the road this season. The Jazz on the road, they're just a legitimate fade. But that still doesn't put me on laying 7.5 with Miami, especially not with this injury report, the way it's looking. Haywood Highsmith, Tyler Hero, Kevin Love, Caleb Martin, all game time decision.
Role players.
All
role players.
In all honesty, if I were to bet this game, I have to bet the Jazz.
No Otto Porter Jr.
I have to bet the Jazz. So give me Utah.
Buy him out. He's getting bought out.
I can't.
Walker Kessler's questionable.
So I'm not betting the game though. I just wanted to have a dog in the fight.
Knock. Who's there? Miami.
Miami who?
Miami's gonna kick the shit out of the Jazz tonight.
We're gonna see. It's gonna be a good one. 4:00 start time for me, so a little earlier. NBA TV. Next game up, we probably won't get the banter about this game. We got the Blazers and the Grizzlies. These two teams just played the other day. Where's that last night? It was last night. Blazers actually stepped up and did something. They won a game, 122-92. I was thoroughly surprised to see that happen. To expect Portland to put it together, though, in back-to-back games, I think is insane. This team has been terrible since coming out of the break. Bounce back revenge game at home is kind of my angle here. I'm not in love with this game either, but it's Memphis for me. Laying the 2.5. Mitch?
I'm going to go back to Memphis also. I also like the sexy pick of the under in this one, but I'm going to go with Memphis.
Roof?
Short and sweet, sexy pick, under.
Right.
Portland, they just beat up on Memphis. I don't see Memphis coming back and all of a sudden having a good game and hooping here. I think Portland does the same thing. Whoops them again.
Fair enough. Tony T. Is our guy GG gonna hoop tonight, man, or what, man?
Yeah, I'm gonna look for him. He didn't get enough minutes yesterday, but yeah, it's under. These teams combined in back-to-backs, 4-14-1 to the under.
There you go, Big Al.
Memphis.
Revenge game. I hate these quick revenge. We just played you the other day games. I hate them. Brian.
Yeah, I like the revenge games. I mean, if you took the Hawks, I think you got to take Memphis. They lost by 30 last night. These are professionals. I think Memphis comes to play today. I think they get the W.
Costin.
Yeah, I'm with Brian and Al. I mean, I like the revenge spot, especially I was on the other side of it on both the games. So I'm going to be on the right side of it on both these games. They get both blown out. They're all professionals, just like Brian said. I mean, they don't want to get blown out twice in a week against the same team. Now coming back home for Memphis, I'll take Memphis here.
Javon.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with Memphis, but I'm also gonna roll with the over. It's just a situation where, I get why everyone likes the under, but unless you think that one of these teams are gonna, and because I like Memphis, unless you think that Memphis is gonna hold Portland to 90, I'll say, or 95, which can happen. But I kind of doubt it in the second night of a back-to-back, even though Tony read off that that trend. Then I gotta say over's the play. I think that they come back strong on the offensive end of the court and squeak over this 209, 208 total.
Alex.
Yeah, I'm leaning on the under and on revenge, just going against what Jovan said there a little bit. But the line is so tight here. But if I was going to lean anyway, it would be under. Memphis has gone under 7 straight times after a loss against an opponent as a favorite, and 209.6 points per game going on the board. But I see the regression here from Portland, 100% tonight, and a squeaker. So under
for Alex. All right. Next game up. Game of the night. ABC tonight with it. We got the Denver Chicken Nuggets out on the road facing the Los Angeles Lake Show Lakers. Hey, I've been on the Nuggets every game coming out of the break. They've started to look like the defending champs again. I'm on the Lakers tonight, though. I'm on the Lake Show Lakers. I got to play the double revenge spot at home. I got to play the revenge from playoff seeding last year. If the Lakers going to do something, bro, they got to finally knock these boys off. They got to do it sometime. Today has to be the statement game, I feel. LeBron going to hit the 40K. I just think it's a huge game. LeBron, last time we seen him, bro, did y'all see that fourth quarter against the Clippers? Hey, my GOAT. I'm trusting him tonight. He's going to show up. I think the Lakers got something for them Nuggets tonight. I'm on the Lake Show. Mitch.
Nuggets, and more Nuggets. The Nuggets are setting it down for a championship run. They look like a team that's going to be very tough to beat, and everybody knows if you want to be the man, you got to beat the man. They got to beat LeBron. And, they're not going to even let the Lakers think that they even have a chance at taking them out in the playoffs. Nuggets are probably going to win the whole thing this year, and I think that they have no problem in this one.
Roof.
Yeah, I'm on the Nuggets as well. Just until I have a reason to not back them. I mean, they won 6 straight against the Lakers. Yeah, short and simple. I like the Nuggets here in the pick'em spot.
Right.
I think it's 7 straight against the Lakers that won. Have the Nuggets yet. So if they broke, don't fix it, as our buddy Tony Brown says. Give me the Nuggets in this one. Try begging to take the Lakers in this one. They're like, yeah, don't you want this little 1.5? Come on.
I can almost guarantee you Tony Brown is going to tell me today it's broke, and he's going to try to fix it with the Lakers. He loves his Lakers.
He does, yeah. Yes, he does.
But no, I get it. I definitely get it. The Nuggets, they have looked like that recently, but I got to play the spot. Tony, what you doing here?
I think the line's telling you to take the Nuggets, actually. That's what I think it's telling you to do. And, hey, what do we know about this Lakers this regular season? Is either these are the games they come out and play. Offspring, come out and play. Offspring's going to be in concert coming up soon. But anyway, I like the Lakers here in the spot.
I know. I do, too. I forgot to mention the one of the main reasons I do. What do I always say about the Nuggets? They go stupid, dummy, crazy at home, bro. They don't lose at home. They just don't do it. So with that being said, you know where they lose at? On the road. What are they? 17-14 on the road. Straight up. They're 17-14 on the road. They're susceptible to losing out there. They're a 50-50 road team. That's what they are. And I think they just are they better than the Lakers? Yes. But like Tony T said, them Lakers, when you look at it, they've shown up for them big games. Last time we
seen the Nuggets.
We seen them go into Boston and bust up the best team in the league. Lakers did do that.
Nuggets beat the Heat 4-1, man. They're a good team.
We're not worried about the Heat, though. Nobody worried about that.
Nobody cares if they beat the Heat.
So
Big Al.
So LeBron hits 40,000 points, they stop the game, and everybody does a celebration, and the Nuggets have to sit there and watch that? Yeah, I don't think so.
Thank God.
They're just going to get mad. Well, nobody wants to sit there and watch that. As the Nuggets, they're not going to want to sit there and watch. They're going to be like, fine, you got your 40,000. Now you got to beat us if you want
This is
anything.
the 80s or 90s,
Wow!
right? They hug each other. They're going to hug them. This is not the 80s, 90s anymore. They're going to hug each other. They're going to hug.
Yeah, that's right.
They're going to hug them. They're going to have group hugs with LeBron.
Yep, LeBron's going to grab him behind the back of the head, whisper something in his ear. I know they kicked our ass again, but, we'll see you guys in the playoffs, man.
Big Al McRorty, what you liking in this one, my man?
Then LeBron wipes his hand of all the sweat on the back.
I mean, Jay, you said everything I would say, so don't need to repeat it. But I'll just add Denver, off a win. Road pick'em or favorite. They're 14-22 ATS. They're just soft on the road. They're better at home. I don't like taking Denver on the road.
What are the average lines of those games? This is like
right in this wheelhouse, 3.5, 5.5. They don't be huge home favorite. They lose.
But this is 1.5.
They lose a lot on the road. 17-14 is straight up 50-50.
Not recently. Those were all at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, but you want to play that game? I mean, you want to?
Yeah, I'll play that game.
Them?
Yeah, I'll play.
Congratulate the Nuggets for beating the Wizards. Ooh,
yep. They beat their ass.
You know what I mean?
Hey, if it's Tatum, man, everyone's going nuts thinking he's the best player in the game. They beat the Wizards. Like, oh my God. Did you see Jason fucking Tatum last night? It's like that's what they say when the Celtics beat them. It's like, seriously.
You know what I mean? 2 home wins over
they're gonna get it all this year. They're getting the chip. It's like they ain't getting shit. They're getting a bag of chips, man. Doritos or Cheetos, maybe. That's it. They get nothing.
Brian, what you doing here, my man?
I'll tell you what, this is the easiest game on the board. If I had a premium play in the NBA, it would definitely have to be on the LA Lakers. I mean, to me, they're begging you to take the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets are one of the best teams in basketball, 41-19, but they don't play the same on the road. This is a must-win for the Lakers, double revenge. You got LeBron's big scoring thing going on. There's no way the Lakers take this game. Easy W here. Take the Lakers.
Big show. Costi.
I mean, the panel has spoken. We're just not counting Mitch on the panel. Lakers for me. I love the double revenge spot as well. I think the Nuggets are a great home team, but on the road they do struggle. The added element of the 40,000 will definitely have more fans, more excitement, a bigger game, and the Lakers have been playing well of late. I like what I'm seeing, and I think they get the job done. There's a reason why the spreads a pick 'em, and they're not getting a point or two at home.
And what is that reason?
What's that?
I'm just wondering what you said. There's a reason why. So what is the reason?
I do believe if they were the home element, because it's a pick 'em, I think they get about 2 points for home field advantage, right?
If this game was in Denver, I would have the line probably Denver minus 6.5, 7.
Right?
No bullshit.
So I think in this case it should be Lakers +1, +2.
Well, the Lakers are +1.
No, right now they're a pick 'em.
Well, I mean, it's +1.5 at BetMGM. It's +1 at Pinnacle. I mean, it's
been moving a lot. I mean, but
Superbook has +1.
I mean, it's LeBron's questionable, so there's that to consider as well.
Yeah, and day-to-day James and day-to-day Davis playing. We don't that roster manipulation.
He's going to play. Jesus.
You would think, but it's not. But you might see the line move when it becomes official.
Oh, he wants that 40K on national TV.
Yeah.
No way. He doesn't really go for he doesn't really, not one of those guys that likes to really muck it up for the camera, he's more humble, quiet type, That's how LeBron does it. Low key on the down low.
I think Bronny's playing at the same time though.
Javon, what you like in this one, my man?
Yeah, so what do you call, because it's more than double revenge. So what do you call when one team
just kicks the crap out of the other?
No,
own them. They own them.
You know how they say like double revenge. When it's seven. So what is it when it's 7 times revenge?
Digging out of the grave.
It's called ownership. Ownership.
Right. Hey, but I'm not on the side. I'm not on the side. I just want to know what 7 times. What do they call that?
They own them.
Whatever. But anyway,
I want to know what that is too. I'm gonna say
they own them.
What's that saying? It's like insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result.
It's called they own them. Bitler's probably 0-7.
But I'm on the total in this one. I'm on the total in this one. I like the under. I'm on the under in this one. When these two teams get together, it's usually an under game, usually a defensive leaning game, playoff intensity. Whenever these two teams meet, whether it's the regular season or in the actual playoffs. So, give me the under in this one.
Sexy.
Alex.
Wow.
Yeah, I go along with Jovan to an under here. Definitely, it's going to be a very physical game. Each team is going to try to sort of show who's boss here, heading towards the playoffs. But the old guys, I don't know if they're going to be able to keep up here, like Jovan also said, and other handicappers said. 7 straight wins, that means something, and that means it doesn't matter whether it's on the road or at home. One of these teams really takes these matchups seriously. And it looks like Denver, the younger team, seems like they just constantly this is when they come to play. And I really, one last thing also, looking at the lines, and the lines makers use these numbers a lot. And there's an SRS rating, and you guys know what it is. It's a simple rating system. It's a rating that takes into account the average point differential and strength of schedule. So the rating is denominated in points above, below average, where 0 is average. And it's interesting to note Denver's ranked 7th, while LA is ranked 19th. And the difference point per game differential is close to 4.59. And let's throw in a couple of points for home court advantage. And personally, I think the wrong team is favored or favored by not enough. I like Denver here by 2 points, but I'm not going to bet it because, man, I respect you guys. I respect you guys a lot. So there we go. We'll back off.
Jovan,
because I'm fading Jay's ass.
I got the answer. So double, triple, quadruple, quintuple is 5, sextuple is 6, a SEP septuple is 7.
Septuple revenge.
That's like that Marvin Gaye song, Septuple Feeling.
Septuple revenge for the Lakers, man.
Septuple healing.
Let's see if they get it done.
When I get that feeling, I got.
All right, fellas. Last one, and then I know a lot of you will check out of here before we talk some hockey. We got the Suns laying 9.5 on the Rockets. Alex, I'll start with you.
Oh, sorry.
Well, can I just pass on that? That doesn't even seem like a game that even resembles anything. The line, nothing really makes sense there for me. I can't even connect the numbers together, to tell you the truth.
Fair enough. Jovan.
I don't know. I don't like this game at all, but this is just, as far as I'm concerned, I'll lean Houston. Too many points. It's just a Suns team who they get into these spots where they're supposed to pound teams and they just don't do it. They let teams hang around. Then the fourth quarter comes around and the back door is wide open, or they're already in a struggle against lesser teams. And I could see this one being the same way. So, I'll take the points.
Costa.
I'm on Phoenix. They just beat them by 5 at Houston, and that's where Houston actually plays well.
Houston covered on the road. No, that was in Houston.
No, that was on the road.
In Phoenix. That was in Phoenix, and Houston covered.
Sorry, I apologize. Yeah,
South Carolina kicking the dog shit out of Florida.
that's all I care
A little
about.
early there. It's like 2 minutes in.
Oh no, it's all over. It's over. It's all over.
I still like Phoenix in this spot. I think they played well. I was looking at something else. There was another one that they at Houston they lost by 4.
Well, there was no Nurkic. There was no Nurkic in that game at Houston.
I'm on them. Suns for me. Not betting this game heavy, but I still they're just gonna blow them out this game.
Brian.
I saved my Ruffalo for the whole show, but I think I'll still lean towards the under in the Suns and Rockets. Rockets have one of the best defenses in the league. I think they're rated 5th. Struggle to score. I think it just sneaks under. Just the lean, though.
Al.
I mean, I don't like this game, but I'm curious to hear what Alex has to say, because a simple rating, for this game would have Phoenix favored by about, it's 3.5 without home court, and then, maybe a couple points. So, but the line's 9.5. So I'm curious to see what Alex says.
Just looking at getting at the numbers again, when I looked at it the first time through, so you'll have to excuse me, I have to go back and have a quick look again. So to make a long story short, Phoenix with this one is 1 second here, everything's slow for me today. So they're ranked 12th in the league with a 192, and Houston is ranked 18th with a 0.24. So maybe a half-point difference. So none of this makes any sense to me from a lot of different perspectives. The way the line is. So if you were going to look at it from this perspective, you're going to say Houston is definitely a strong underdog, but yeah,
Tony T.
Yeah. There's a bunch of stuff that just doesn't make any sense.
What makes sense to me is the under in this game. Phoenix defending here over the past 5 games, under in all 5, holding teams at 42%. We know Houston really struggles offensively on the road. Rockets under in 4 straight. Just going to continue to go under in this one here, Rockets and Suns.
All right.
For me, I think it's just too many points. I think the Suns win this, but not by that many. Give me the Rockets plus the 9.5. This is too many points.
Ruth.
Yeah, give me the oh boy, this one stinks. Give me the Suns. They can't get it done here, then I've given up. I mean, we rarely see the Rockets string back-to-back road covers together, and I just think that the Suns get it done here. But yeah, this is. I almost took a Ruffalo on this one.
Mitch.
Rockets, and Rockets.
Rockets for me too. Alex, I get what you're saying, but when this is how I think about it. The books have just overvalued Phoenix all season. They just have overvalued them all season long, and that's why their ATS numbers are what they are. So, knowing that they've been overvalued all season, I don't think it's crazy to say that there's overvalued here in this one. If I was the lines maker here, my line would probably be Phoenix 5.5, 6.5. And I know Houston is terrible on the road. I tell y'all this, Houston is night and day. At home, you can make money on them. On the road, just fade their ass. You're just fine. But I don't mean I'm laying 9.5, 10 with Phoenix. Is there an avenue where they come out here and air them out? Yes. But Phoenix, what are they? 12, 18, and 1 against the number at home this season. Only teams worse than that is Washington, Atlanta, Portland, and Memphis. So that's the group they're in. It's not a tight team I'm trying to lay points with. Houston competed the other day. I think they compete here. They're gonna lose. And they might be down double digits at a certain point. I think they come back and lose a game by like 6 or 7.
Interesting. Yeah.
All right, fellas. Well, y'all know what time it is next. It's hockey time. So
No.
yeah, it's
How about parlay time?
All right, fair. For you guys that are finna get out of here, let's do some.
I never leave. I'm just Not
I
here.
know, but I know some guys are ready to get out of here. So let's do some parlays. Then we'll do hockey. Then we'll get out of here. Mitch, do you have a parlay for me today?
Sure. I'll take UCF. I'll parlay him up with UCF with, oh man, I don't know. I like so many games here. I'll scroll through. I just don't want to give out the same ones that I already gave out, even though I gave out UCF already. UCF, Pitt, and Wake.
Roof.
Let's go with Duke, TCU, Grand Canyon.
Right.
And for me, we're going to go Portland money line, Vandy money line, the Zags money line.
Big Al.
I'll go with Sacred Heart, Wisconsin, and the Washington Huskies.
Ryan Bittler.
I go Lakers money line, Hawks money line, and the Grizzlies money line.
NBA parlay from Brian. Costi.
I'm going to do George Mason, Northwestern, Richmond, Gonzaga money line.
Tony T.
I'm going to go with Boise State, Oregon, and the game I'm going to take with that one would be, oh boy, I had it on the tip of my, oh boy, what's the other one I had? I had it written down here. I'm going to take Arkansas. That's the game.
There you go. Jovan.
Colorado State, Houston Cougars, TCU, Sam Houston State.
Go. You kind of sound like the the Sunday Night Football. You know when they they say their name. That's the kind of what you sounded like right there.
Oh, the name, yeah.
Sam Houston State. Jovan Burks. Alex, what you like here, my man?
We'll go for a two-teamer with Texas San Antonio getting points and SMU.
There you go. Hey, I'm gonna put SMU in mine as
Oh,
well.
sorry. Like I'm reading off my. Sorry about that. Texas San Antonio in UCF. Sorry.
I'm gonna go SMU, Alabama, and the Atlanta Hawks. 3-teamer for me. All right, fellas. Well, I appreciate the ones that joined us today. I know some of you finna get out of here. That's why I'm telling you guys. I appreciate y'all for joining us. Let's talk some hockey now, fellas. Let's talk some hockey. If you're staying, you're staying. If you're not, you're not. Be what it be. All right. Let's talk some hockey. Now I want to split it. Let's split it in half. How many games we got? 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do 7. Let's do Hurricanes, Jets, Panthers, Red Wings, Oilers, Kraken, Wild Blues, Avalanche, Predators, and Golden Knights, Sabres. Ruffalo, talk to me.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Buffalo Sabres here at home against Vegas. Vegas just, they're cold right now, and Buffalo's actually been playing some decent hockey at home. Vegas also a lot more effective on home ice, and not the spot they're in here. So give me the Buffalo Sabres, and give me the let's see here. Give me the under 5.5 in Winnipeg, Carolina. I think that's a defensive battle. Still got a few minutes to get that one in.
Alex.
Yeah, we got value with the Sabres here today too. I can't go against that. Yeah, I like the way they look, and they're playing strong and they're playing physical right now. So I like it.
All right.
I agree. I like Buffalo. They're looking like they're begging you to take Vegas at this line price. Normally, you figure Vegas is the better team and they should be favored by more. Not a chance. Give us Buffalo in that one. I agree with Chris that the under in Carolina's not a bad way, but I'm going to take Carolina. Winnipeg in these spots step up where they should win these games and try to step up as a team. They just fall flat. They did it in Dallas. They fell flat in that one. And Carolina should be a lot favored by a lot more than what they are here. They're also 7-1 following a road win. Give me Carolina. And then the big one, big battle in Detroit and Florida today. Huge game there. You look, Panthers rolling right along, 9 straight wins. Detroit just got their win streak snapped. I like them to bounce back here. They're 8-0 in day games. Is Detroit? Give me the Red Wings in that one. And then I like the over Seattle and the Oilers. Another day game there. I think the Kraken and the Oilers. We see a lot of goals in that one. I think we see 7 or 8. Take the over.
I'm with you guys. Or with Rod. I'm on the Hurricanes in this one. Revenge game at home. You know what I mean? They lost to the Jets earlier this season in Winnipeg. Now it's their last meeting between the two. We saw Winnipeg finally come off their winning streak. Carolina, they look good in back-to-back road games. I think they come back home, win that game. Give me the Hurricanes. And Roof, I'm back on the wagon, man. I'm back on the hype train. I'm back like I never left. We're going to kick the crap out of the Rangers today. Give me the Maple Leafs, the Maple Laughs, the Maple Frauds, all of that. I think we beat the New York Rangers today.
Wait a second. Did you just jump time slot? And
I was just gonna say, did you jump?
No, that was the last one I left. That was the last one.
No, the last one you left was Sabres and Golden Knights.
It was. I jumped on time slot.
Yeah. I thought
Dude,
it was going to kind of lead into the next segment. I thought you were going to be like, all right, and then that's my pick for this segment. I thought you were going to lead.
I'm sitting here like,
oh,
okay. I was kind of not paying attention to the games you gave out.
My bad. Long show. All right. Now Rangers, Maple Leafs, Canadians, Lightning, Senators, Flyers, Bruins, Islanders, Blue Jackets, Blackhawks, Sharks, Stars, Penguins, Flames. Talk to me, Roof.
I would if this dog would stop barking.
I don't think I've ever heard your dog bark, so he must be kind of upset.
Normally I hear him snoring on the couch. Normally,
yeah, there you go. When Rod and I used to do videos together, he would be like a chainsaw. Like,
what was that?
Rod thought it was. Rod would always think it was me when we were doing the videos. I was sleeping with my eyes open, because all those late college basketball nights. Oh boy, Jay, what have I been known for? I've been known for fading my team.
You do. You fade them all.
Look, I'm just saying, if there's a spot where it would make sense just based on value, just take a shot with the Rangers. That's all I'm saying. But the one spot I really like here is Montreal plus the 1.5 against Tampa Bay. I am so done with the Tampa Bay Lightning. It's not even funny. Like, this team, they keep getting the respect. Like, this is the same Tampa Bay team from the dynasty years when they went to 3 straight Stanley Cups. For whatever reason, it just looks like their best years are behind them. And Montreal, competitive on the road. I think they're like 18-10 or something like that on the puck line on the road. So give me Montreal plus the 1.5 here.
Oh, Montreal. Alex, what you liking this back end of the slot?
La Habs, La Canadienne, man. We're gonna go with the Habs. The Habs at plus goals against a team like Tampa Bay that they're no longer a team you want to back on a consistent basis based on brand. I think that brand is sort of steamrolled into the back of our heads, and we still look at them, like Chris said, as Stanley Cup contenders. They're not. They're the farthest thing from it. And anything can happen in the playoffs, but tonight's situation, I'd go with the Habs 100%.
It just feels like they have to be on the power play to score.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is. It just they have a lethal power play, but it's like if they're 5-on-5, it's like they got nothing. I don't know. I
don't know. I know when I watch them play at Florida, I could just see Florida was so much faster. You know, it was just night and day between the two teams, and that just told me the story I needed to see from there on in. So,
what's the average age of a Tampa player? It's getting up there, right? So
yeah, it's like the Islanders.
Yeah, you can see their positive regression going for this Tampa Bay team. I think we're all in agreement. We're going to take Montreal, but I'm like Chris. I'm taking the 1.5 just in case. Gonna be one of those things that you never know that Tampa just sneaks one in there. You get a lucky puck run, and they get the win late. So I like Montreal plus the puck and a half there. You know what I like? I like Ottawa here. And we seen Ottawa yesterday look awful versus these Flyers. And I think they bounce back here. They love beating up on the Flyers. The Ottawa, they let the Coyotes get themselves a win. So second half of the back-to-back here for Ottawa. They're 6-1 in the last 7 versus these Flyers. And you get a nice plus price. Give me Ottawa in that one. The other one, the over between the Rangers and Leafs. Both these teams can score the goals and light the lamp, and I think that's what you get. We get the over 6.5. We've seen the first 2 meetings, seen a whole lot of goals. I like the over there. And I don't know how you not take Dallas. I think Dallas whoops it up on San Jose. San Jose is scoring 1-2 goals. I like the exact score. 5-1. Dallas whoops up on San Jose in that one. And I like the under. Pittsburgh, Calgary. Low scoring. Pittsburgh's always playing defense. And I think that's a hard-hitting battle in that one. Give me the under. Pittsburgh, Calgary.
I like Dallas there too, but it's just like I got priced out on it. Like it was minus 170 on the puck line. I even looked at like the team total over, and it was like over 4.5 just to get coin flip price for Dallas.
Yeah.
And it's like they've been struggling. I mean, they beat Winnipeg, but
Roof, what's my 3 goals looking like? I cashed on my 3 goals earlier this season. Can I cash on 3 goals on my Stars today? A stomp down, like a 4-0 Stars.
Oh, you're saying I was like 3 goals. What do you mean 3 goals?
Like they're gonna win by like
you want 3 guys to score a goal? Okay.
I like the minus 2.5.
Yeah, probably
4-1, 5-1 is where I got this.
That's what I'm thinking.
4-1, 5.
You know what? I think you could probably put like those. What I don't even know what it's called, but it's like the thing that you like Velcro to the net to like when you don't have a goalie.
The goalie cardboard cutout.
Yeah, exactly. The cardboard cutout, and it's like the Dallas Star or Dallas Stars could have a cardboard cutout and potentially still get a shutout against the Sharks.
Yeah, like that one kid that plays on the pond with the street hockey cutout, on the back of the
Or the kid that can't stand up on his skates, so they tie him to the post.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the only thing I really like in this back end of the slot is my Stars just to dismantle them. I might go. I ain't got nothing to do Saturday. They might be handing these tickets away, so I might go. We'll see.
I mean, it's not a bad idea.
You know what I mean? I don't go to a whole lot of hockey games, so.
What's the food and like beer prices like there? Crazy? Or?
They're not too bad actually. They actually are decently priced.
Go to a Toronto Maple Leafs game. Chris is laughing. Rod's laughing. Go to a Toronto Maple Leafs game.
Anyone in Canada, and I always say this, and people in the States don't get the joke, but if you're in Canada, you understand this. I say the reason that it's called Scotiabank Arena is because if you can afford to go to a game and you can afford a beer, you're richer than you think.
Oh yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
$14 for a beer. You want one? It's $14 for one little beer. Here you go. It's your $14 beer, and you're like, Jesus.
You want to have like food at the game. It's like food and a beer. It's $30 for like nachos and a beer.
Yeah.
But yet you look at the Florida Panthers, the team that won the President's Trophy. You're getting 4 T-shirts, 4 hot dogs, 4 drinks, and 4 tickets for $99.
Right. That's right.
Right? And you look at that going, what the heck is that? That looks like the Oilers deal from the 90s.
I don't even care if they're nosebleeds. Jeez.
It's cheaper to go into the game early at the Oilers. For the Oilers, they do a big buffet. It's $50, all you can eat. They do a prime rib station. They have chicken wings, big salad buffet, dessert bar. That's the way to go. You go before the game, couple hours. Yep, couple hours. Couple hours before the game, you can go in. There's a big all-you-can-eat buffet, and it's usually you see all the celebrities and stars there. They all pop in. They like the buffet. It's great.
Nice.
Shorty for sure. Well, guys, that actually concludes today's show. It's one of the longest ones we've had. My goodness, 2.5 basically is what we did. But there's a lot of information, a lot of picks. Hopefully, you guys make some money today. Remember, our best bets are at Pick Dogs Premium. Any last words from any of you guys?
No. Next week I'll be regular angle for you.
No, you're good. Okay.
And where do you want to sit? Where do you want to sit at this Dallas game? You can
I
get
don't know. I was finna look here in a second. I was just finna look. They're not bad. I don't think they're too bad.
If you want to sit, right behind the bench, get up close, right behind the bench seat. You can get one for $159.
Ain't too bad.
Man, those are good prices. Those are good.
And that's a
prices.
great price. But right behind the bench, you try to get something like that in Edmonton or Toronto, and I bet you're playing close to $1,000. If
No,
not, you're
not
paying
even,
over.
I think more than 1,000, isn't it?
Yeah, I
More
think
than
so. I
1,000.
think you're paying over. Yeah. Yeah, right in the bench, row 4, $159. We'll see you on TV. Don't worry, I'll take it. Share it on Twitter. Then there's Jay.
Connor McDavid, yes, sir.
Any words from you, Jovan?
Nah, just win, get some money.
Get some money on a money making Saturday. Roof, anything?
Go Gamecocks.
They're down by 6.
Yeah, I know.
Here they come.
That's going to
Tour
conclude
de
the show.
France. Tour de France.
Tour de
futures.
France. Tour de France coming in 2 months. Week's coming soon.
All right. We out of here. Appreciate each and every one of you boys and girls that tuned in for this long show, man. Hey, y'all make all
Wrong
this possible.
camera. Wrong camera.
Y'all make all this possible. We out here. Peace.